folks? Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgozzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Ingram.
Let's talk about it. Agree, disagree. Live from the Real Talk Studios, like we are every Sunday. Every Sunday night, we are brought to you by our doc, Make 'Em Yours, Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located in Princeton, Burlington, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwakovic, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos. The family out there joining us. A lot to talk about tonight. We'll have the doc on around 8:45, talk about some of the injuries that happened with the Eagles today, discuss some timetables, all that good stuff. We'll talk injuries, trades for the Philadelphia Eagles later on in the show as well. Eagles-Jags recap, which ties right into our poll question, and we'll have 5 questions as well at the end of the show like we always do every Sunday. But our poll question brought to you by, who's that one? Who's Volume? You?
We got you.
What a fucking problem.
First time.
Already off to a great start.
First time.
Already
long
off
time.
to a great start. Our poll question, real simple one tonight. The Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, A2D Radio is where you can find us. The best in the business. Let's talk about it, family. Chime in. We'll be reading off all your comments, questions. And I know, even though it's a dub, some of you all still have plenty of concerns out there. We'll talk about concerns well moving forward. Boys, fam, what's happening?
What up?
What's up?
Am I good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
Pump me up a little bit, Rob.
Wheeling and
Give him a
dealing.
little juice. Let him get a little juice.
Give the kid a little juice.
Put a little HGH in it, would you? I can get this
A little
guy.
Pump him up.
HGH. Give him a little HGH.
he is.
There he is.
There he
There's
is.
Barry.
There he is.
There's Barry Bonds.
There he is.
So to the poll question,
An old
the
hot
Philadelphia
dog neck.
Eagles will win the NFC East. Do you agree or disagree with that?
It's too early to say.
It's halfway.
I wanted to say the same thing, but I'm like, can I say that? And he
the
can't.
biggest problem is that we're still not very good. Carson's very good, but we're not very good. We're okay. We still can't stop anybody. The Bortles played the second half. We still stink in the second half. It's incredible. But we got the win today, which is all that mattered. You go across to London, you got to get the win. Do I think that they're going to win the division? I think we're the most talented team in the division, but fucking Washington might be 7-2 by the time we play again. There's a possibility. So I mean, they have a couple weeks. If 1-7 would have beat them today, that'd have been nice.
Yeah.
Fucking scumbags. Where's Spells at? 1-7. Terrible.
All right, so you disagree with it. You don't think
I
we can win the
I think
NFC
that we
East?
have the best. I think we have the most talent, but Washington needs to catch some losses. We need Washington to catch some losses. Because what do you think? Do you think we're going to beat Washington both games?
No, I'm not saying we're going to beat them both times.
We never do.
I'm saying
Yeah,
if
like-
we're going to split with them, then we need them to catch some fucking losses.
And I think they will. I mean, offensively, they're just not good enough to me. But defensively, they're making plays right now.
But they've beaten teams that you thought they would lose to because they beat Green Bay.
But I mean,
Right?
if you think
They beat Carolina.
they're bad on offense, how could you actually think that the Eagles were that good on offense? You have 11, okay.
No,
so
I'm not saying they're that good on
offense.
offense, but I'm just saying that they're better offensively than the Washington Redskins are, and
I don't know if they are.
that's factual. Yes, they are.
Are
yes,
they?
they are because
Are
dude,
they? We
Washington
average-
can't throw a
we
ball
average
more
less-
than 10
we
yards.
average less
Alex
points a
Smith
game.
can't throw a
We
ball more
average
than
less
10.
points a game.
Okay, I go by what I watched today too.
Okay, what's
and when
that
I
mean?
watched the team against the Giants that had trouble moving the football and scoring the football.
Well, they've had
against the
trouble
Giants.
all season, but guess what? They get it done in big times. Though. They've been getting wins. All that matters.
I'm not saying they're not getting wins.
They're 5-2.
I don't know why. I never said agree or disagree with the statement yet. I'm just asking you a question. You started it. You disagree with it. You don't believe that they can win the NFC East or that they will.
I didn't say that they can't. I'm just not sure that they will. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean, way to really draw a line in the sand.
Okay, you know what? Fuck,
I'll
draw a line. They're not going to win the NFC East.
Okay, fair enough. That's it. Get to it.
I still think they're going to go 10-6. I still think they're going to go 10-6. All right. I still think they're going to go 10-6. But I just think I don't know. For some reason, I think that Washington they're having a fluky season where they're just winning games. This is bothering me.
No, it is.
I think they're going to go. I think they're going to go 11-5.
If you watch him offensively, and I'm not crowning us offensively, but if you watch him offensively with Alex Smith, and he has nowhere near the weapons he had in Kansas City, and that offense is
they got a couple though.
It's smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. It's hopefully AP breaks one, but it's not like
AP's running like a man.
But I'm saying besides that, nothing that offensively scares you with them. What they're getting it done with is they're creating a ton of turnovers defensively, and they're getting after you because they have a great front. Well, really 5 because they're a 3-4 defense. So they have a real good front 5 where they spend a lot of assets in Jonathan Allen and Payne from Alabama. They spend a ton of resources to go build their up front, and they're healthy, and they're playing like it up front. So defensively, they're a problem. I don't think any of their stats defensively lie. I think they're a damn good defensive football team.
We haven't
they have good corners.
5 years.
Swearinger's a good safety. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
But
I'm saying, but we always have problems with them. Even
we
anyway.
do.
We haven't bought Kerrigan in 5 years.
No, and I don't see it. And if Lane's not back, then we ain't blocking him.
Yeah, it's not going to change now.
Yeah.
So, Sweeps, you agree or disagree?
I'm going to disagree just because they're in a good spot at 4-4. I mean, they did what they had to do today. I'm still not liking what I'm seeing. All right, so like I said, they went over the pond. That's tough. It's almost like a Jags home game, but they beat a team that's in utter disarray. That's an absolute disgrace. As you can see by the off the field antics. You understand? Yeah. And then those crumbs got to play today, and that's the world we live in because nobody has any discipline, nobody has any pride, nobody gives a shit. All right, so not to get on a tangent there because I'll talk for I'll talk for a long time about that. But you know what I'm saying?
We
just started. We just started.
So
get on it.
They did exactly what they're supposed to do. Get a W today. Got to look like they had a chance to almost spit the hook back again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Bortles just is that bad, and he just has nobody around him like you talked about. So as bad as he is, he has no weapons, right? So they took care of business today. But that's 4-4 with a bye, and now you're looking at. I just look at the remaining schedule. So it's not even that I don't know if they can fix it, and I know the division isn't that great, but of the remaining, you got 5 in the division, and you got 3 monsters, right? The Texans are not considered a monster, but they're playing well. It depends when you get them.
Texans
and
you
get them at home,
Texans
but they're playing well now.
Texans are good.
So then you got the Saints, Rams, and Texans besides the division. So if you're going to grab the Texans, and then you got to go 4-2, or no, 4-2.
You're 6-2.
Yeah, well, you already got 1. So I'm saying, like, if those remaining 5 games. So,
yeah.
so what are you 4-1, or even if you split, you're 3-2. If you
you
split
got to
with the
play
2
great
big
football.
boys,
You got to play great
you know
football.
what I mean? So you get in 3. If you get,
you almost got to win
the whole. You almost
got to win every division game.
Yeah, if you go 4-1, yeah, you take care of the Giant.
But you figure, like, out of those 3 games, of those 3 big teams, realistically, we're going to lose at least 1. I mean, you can hope to God we win 2 or 3, but. Who knows?
Yeah.
We could lose all fucking 3.
Well, like you said, by the time you go to L.A., do they have it such a stranglehold on it? I don't know the exact week it is. You know what I mean? Is it such a runaway where they're not – No, I know that. I'm not saying, but do they care as much as they would if it's, tighter and it's up for grabs, because – you know how that L.A. scene is. So you saw how they went through the motions today. Packers came in off a bye and went in there and played good football, but they still had enough when they looked like they had nothing, and they just hit the switch and. So
you disagree with the Eagles? Yes,
I'm sorry. Yes.
No, you're good. Greg?
Yeah, I'm also disagreeing. I
really put me in a corner here.
These guys, I mean,
well, we know where you're going.
They
now you
said
know
everything.
Your choice.
And I agree with everything.
You can't go clean sweep across the chairs.
You don't.
Can't go clean sweep.
Listen,
we're not pulling out the fucking brooms right now.
Speak,
are you kidding me?
You don't have
we're
to
not
speak
pulling
with
out
your heart.
brooms.
You can speak with your
we're
brain.
not pulling out brooms.
Speak with your
we're
brain.
not pulling out brooms.
Speak with your brain.
He's finished. He's finished. He said what he had to say. He's another disagreement. Okay, everybody said what they had to say. It's negativity in here, and somebody's got to put their foot down.
It's just real. It's real talk.
No, because now you're
hashtag real talk.
We're talking about divisions. We ain't talking about Super Bowls. We're talking about divisions. Okay? So don't talk about. I'm talking with my heart when I didn't even go yet. And I already talked about how good Washington was on the defense side of the football. Okay?
We know where you're going.
All right.
You're the last guy.
I shouldn't even put the mic on then tonight.
Well, you shouldn't, because listen, and that's a quality that you have. That you're the last.
Right.
No,
yeah.
that's not even complete.
Exactly where
Stop trying to play man libs here. Stop trying to play man libs and fill in my fucking sentences. Right?
I need a noun.
You're the last guy off the Titanic, and that's respectable.
I need an adjective.
I love that about you. You're the last guy off the Titanic.
No
you
life
fucking
vest.
drowned,
No
but you're the
vest.
last guy off.
No vest.
Still playing.
No vest.
The band played on. The band played on.
Somebody tell this guy we got room in the boat.
I would be the last.
We got room in the fucking boat.
I'm always the last guy off. It takes a lot from me. You got to be mathematically out for me to throw you away. You know what I mean? Like I'm not believing. If there's any bit of hope, I'm gonna try to find it.
You were giving Chip hand jobs till he
Grow up. So were you. So were you. Okay.
For a year.
16-0.
For a year.
So and that was
For
it.
a year.
That was it.
For a year, you were for 2.5.
No, a year and a half. Two tops maybe. Two tops.
2.5.
Double fisted for two.
Yeah.
Double fisted for two.
I came in strong.
After we were already done, we beat New England. He was like, and he's back. He's back.
I loved his pressers, man. They sold you. You know what I mean? They really
The guy
sold.
could talk.
Yeah, he sold a tank off a car lot to you. You know, he had you believe in a lot of things. But yeah, so I mean, I agree. I think they can still win this division. I think they will win this division because as bad as they played, they're 4-4. You know what I mean? And you could say you could look at it both ways. You can look at it, positive and negative. Like, well, they should be better than 4-4. But as bad as they played, and the games they've coughed up, to be able to rebound what they've done a couple times now and go get a win after that shows me there's still something here. Now I need it consistent. I need more than I need more than a 50%er. Make sense? I'm seeing flashes of some things that I saw last year. But we need like we talked about before, we need all these guys that were here last year to start playing football. There is zero pressure from that front four. Like I called out Fletcher Cox and people got mad at me on Wednesday night. Right? I said I want to hear him all day. I hear Aaron Donald all fucking day. I hear Aaron Donald not stop. Okay, you're a $100 million man. You're the leader of the defense. I heard from you once today. Maybe twice. I need more. There's zero pressure from that front four. There's zilch. There's not enough. So, I mean, I think they need to blitz more always, and I believe when you're playing a quarterback like that, always bring 5. You know what I mean? I always want to bring somebody extra because I'm going to make him beat you, right? That's what I want to force him into doing. But there was zero pressure from that front four today. Not enough. Not to where we need to get to. Not the pressure we had last year. So that's a concern of mine that needs to get right over the bye and need to figure out ways. And hopefully Timmy Jernigan's almost back because obviously Fletcher Cox missed playing with him a ton. Yeah. I mean, you want to point out what facts are. Well, facts are Haloti Knight is a good football player still, but facts are Timmy Jernigan helped out Fletcher Cox a lot because Timmy can get after the quarterback, and that's what this defense is missing because you got to get your defensive tackles create the sacks half the time. They're the guys who are going to create sacks because they're collapsing the pocket from the end and making you go out where now your wide 9 falls right into their hands. Okay? Well, you can't do it when your tackles are getting no pressure. Zero pressure. So
I saw Fletcher a little bit today.
But that's my concern.
Which was good. I mean,
a little bit, not enough.
But more than he's been the last few weeks.
Yeah, no, true, but still not enough. I mean, I called out his stats, and the stats are spot on. He was nowhere to be found for 3-4 weeks. But the positives. Carson's only going to continue to get better and better and better because the leg's going to get better and better and better and better. So to me, if my bet is at the quarterback position between Alex Smith and Carson Wentz on who I think can get it done more, I'm gonna side with Carson right now because there's still a ton of football to be played.
I think we all agree with that.
We can always buy into a team 5-2 from the start. Do we believe in Jake Gruden that much? Do we believe in you know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question though, right?
Things happen.
So we play in 2 weeks on Sunday night against Dallas.
I'm not saying we believe in us that much, but you know
that's our next game. Okay, we're 4-4.
Doug that much?
We're 4-4.
We won a goddamn Super Bowl, right? Jake Gruden hasn't got past the first round of a playoff game, so let's pump our brakes. Let's be fair where fair is, and not put them in the same category. All right, I know I'm not a Doug guy, but you got to be fair. Guys came off Super Bowl win. You want to start ripping next year? You start coming in ripping next year. That's where you start. That's where you start. All right, August, first preseason game, come in hammering. All right, and I'll let you. But not this year. You got to let it.
This is last year. This is next year.
Such a crumb. Such a crumb. Such a crumb.
No, you can slide that by him. That was like a Chips Ahoy, bro. You fucking like a bear paw that motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
He ain't leaving a chip. He ain't leaving a cookie in the box.
Hell no. All right, let's get some of it.
That box is empty.
We got tons of people chiming in. Tons of family.
Crumb talk.
Yeah, literally.
Tons of family chiming in.
Well, we got one real quick. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So We play in 2 weeks on Sunday night, right?
Yep.
Redskins have 2 home games before we even play against Atlanta and against Tampa, and they'll be favored in both, I would think.
Yeah.
Do they win both? If they win both, they're 7-2.
Well, then we're gonna find out how real they are.
Well, we need to
because
win.
real teams go and win both them games at home if they're real. Listen, I can buy into one thing. Alex Smith isn't going to turn the football over that much, okay? And if their defense can keep up with the way they're playing, they should win them 2 games. But I don't know if I can buy into it enough.
We need to beat them.
Not if Dirk Cutter does the right thing. The fucking beard belongs.
Let the beard flow.
Just let the beard play. Let the schlong out, Dirk, all right? Don't feel obligated because the guy was your top fucking pick. It's not there. Year in year, whatever it is, he stinks. Right? He's a terrible human, but even worse, he's a terrible football player.
If that football was a crab leg, he wouldn't throw it to the other team.
Bam, if you're just joining us on Instagram
I'll
and
put
Twitter.
it in my bullpen, though.
If you're just joining us on Instagram and Twitter, a poll question, real simple. Agree or disagree, the Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East. Let us know. Still chiming in. We're going to read off all of your comments. YouTube's flying. We'll get to your comments on YouTube. Greg, if you want to go over to YouTube and maybe pull that up and say Instagram.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We'll get you Instagram. If you're really, we see you. We see everybody. All right, Mike.
We're gramming.
Mike Royal, what's up, fellas? What's up, Mike?
What up?
Ralphie D, a lot of crumbs on that couch. Hey, Ralph, go fuck yourself.
It's not even a couch. They're chairs, Ralph, you scumbag.
Timothy Floria.
I've been talking the Lakers up for 2 days, and you're going to come in like that? Okay? Because you'll get crumbed up real quick.
Why would you talk the Lakers up? They suck.
No, actually they don't. I watched them. I was pretty impressed.
Yeah, I'm not doing
when they're small and on fast in the court, they're impressive.
Timothy Floria,
Mainly because
who's obviously a crumb, says whose basement? It's not a basement, so wrong, Daddy. Try again.
Looks like one, but it's not one.
Chris Estrite, big win today. Matthews was a huge part for the big catches. Yeah, he did some big catches today. Some big catches.
Showing some hands today, Jordan. Look at that.
Yeah. Mike Royal says, yes, they will win the division. Martin Gordon agrees. Clay Ferguson, hey, fellas, good win for you guys.
What's up, Clay?
Difference between a franchise QB and a QB trying his best, but never good enough. Yup, Clay, you're right, brother. I'm sorry, because you guys got a good defense down there. That if you had any bit of quarterback play or offensive play, you'd be a lot better football team.
He doesn't have much to work with down there right now either, but he's not very good.
I mean,
listen, it's really on us that they even got back in the game because he can't throw the ball downfield at all. So we're giving them cushion and letting them complete these little passes. If we just played up, they probably don't score a fucking point.
I mean,
just right
before,
three field goals.
for all the haters in the area or out of the area, the throw and touchdown before the half is as big time as it fucking gets, and that's what 11 is. And he's fantastic. All right, makes a play with his legs across his body. I'm glad to see.
But he chokes, though, Sleeps.
Glad to see Dallas off a fucking milk
there.
carton. All right, get Dallas involved, please.
Well, that's what I was talking about Trey Burton, and people were crushing me about, like, he's a loss that nobody talks about. Yeah. Like, we weren't going to sign him because the money was too much. But, like, in terms of, like, matchup nightmare, in terms, alongside of Ertz, he brought you a lot. He brought you a lot last year that was missed.
I like them.
We talk about LeGarrette Blount, 2 yards of carry. Calm down. You're like, I love LeGarrette, but Jay's more of a loss than LeGarrette is because Jay's a playmaker.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, a healthy Jay, you can hide the LeGarrette loss, okay, with a healthy Jay. It looks even more so right now, right? But the loss of Trey. Now, Dallas is going to be better than Trey, though. He's going to be better. But he's still a rookie, and learning this offense for any rookie, we see it at the wide receiver tight end position.
Better? I don't know. I'll take him. I'll take him being just as good as Trey. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
the
but
problem is Trey got a huge deal. We weren't going to be able to match it.
That's what I just said. That's what I said at the beginning.
But when everybody's in their role, when everybody's in their role, that's how things work like a well-oiled machine. And that's why it worked last year. The people that didn't like the three-headed monster weren't watching, right? They wanted to say just wanted a star back for fantasy reasons or for whatever reason. Yeah. But the way they used them was fantastic, right? You had the big bruiser. You had Ajayi is a guy that can break one, and he'll get caught from behind, but he'll break through the line. And he's a runner, and Clement was the third down back. Everybody had their role, and then this year there really was no role. Well, early until Ajayi got hurt, but.
Deion Brown says, what's up, fellas?
What up, D?
What up, Deion?
Good win today. Going into the bye week, I saw the Birds winning the East. And he said something about Lane Johnson's injury, and then it cuts off on me.
Yeah.
But we'll see. He said about a month. Deion,
the good thing is that we don't play for 2 weeks. Basically 2 weeks from today. So.
And at least we know Big V can fill in and get it done enough. He's not Lane by any stretch, but we need Lane to get that ankle right, too.
I'll tell you what,
he's playing with a high ankle sprain, too. So, a month off could probably do him some good.
It looked worse like I thought he tore it. I was like, oh yeah, he tore his knee. Yeah. But I mean, so at least he didn't tear it. We got that. That's good.
So
he will be back this year. That's good.
Jeremy Bewan says the Eagles are finishing 11-5. Jeremy, I love you, brother, and I love the Kool-Aid too, but I'm 11-5, and I'm 10-6, 9-7 right now. 10-6 is tough to get to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like,
so
and
let's be real.
Like Sweep said, going through the games.
I might be the last guy on the Titanic,
6,
but I also have some realism. You know what I mean? Like
I don't think
11-5. So 11-5.
You got to go 6-2
to get to
your next thing to get to 10-6.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said,
7-1.
there's three of those games are big time games.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not even division games.
8 of them are big time.
Well,
games.
yeah, all
They
8 of
got
them
5
are, yeah.
fucking division games.
Yeah.
And Mike Parker says Washington's still smoking mirrors to him too. So I mean, they are, but guess what? They're getting it done. So
They are, but
like,
they've beat 2 big time. So they still have a couple. They have a couple cupcakes on their schedule because they beat Carolina and they beat Green Bay. Teams that we thought they were going to lose to.
Yeah.
And you're really still counting out the Cowboys just because of either the hate or and we know we see
bad.
what our eyes. Cowboys aren't that bad.
No, they're not
and
bad.
you still got them twice, so they can
They're
take.
not bad. They're playing
from
good
their
games.
side, they can take care of business.
Yep,
right.
everybody's
they
in
did
that
get a
mode.
wide receiver. I know Willie doesn't like him, and the rest of the world doesn't like him, and that's fine. And Dak's not gonna. He's not better than Carr, so it shouldn't help him. But it was there at some point. Maybe a chain of sea injury helps that dude out. Maybe it frees up Ezekiel. You never know. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it will.
It's a deep threat
You know
at
what I mean?
least.
Yeah,
for him.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
It
it could loosen it up.
With their
Can't
wide
hurt.
receiving core,
Yeah, can't hurt. Yeah.
I wouldn't have gave a first-round pick
No.
for that fucking
Absolutely.
problem.
The trade was
There you go.
terrible.
Miles Smith, we need a running back, and that's part of stuff we'll talk about the how
Yeah,
he
for
moves.
sure.
I think he's got to do something. I mean, this team winning today put him in position to, make some kind of move. I see something making just because of depth. Like you're weak in a lot of positions right now. I see something coming. If it's a D-back, if it's you know what I mean.
And now you got to throw offensive linemen in there as a depth move.
Yeah,
maybe you're not going out and get a starter, but maybe you're going out and getting a guy. Maybe you're trading like a Chance Warmack for another guy in the Chance Warmack mode in someone else's team. Just do like a swap of salaries just to get some more depth in there because you're not putting Chance in the game.
No,
I don't know.
I think
there's probably a guy on our practice squad. I would
I was
think
just gonna
that's
say.
probably more realistic.
I think they go
Or
running
somebody
back.
else.
That knows
I think they go.
blocking
I
assignments.
think they go to the obvious ones. I think they either go, running back or maybe I doubt another wide out, but running back.
I think speed wide out's more likely.
Deshaun
If
maybe
anything,
like
it's
we're
speed
talking
wide out.
about.
Yeah.
Well, you just watched Thursday night. I mean, that's what it's such a crumb. It's one game, but you saw that's how a crumb Adam Gase is. I mean, Parker looked pretty good. I mean, he would look pretty good with Carson slinging it to him. Wouldn't
And
he?
so
I
with
mean,
Deshaun, right? I mean, so with Deshaun. I mean, I'll take.
Yeah, he's disgruntled.
I'll take somebody who can just stretch the field and make you be honest, especially with the weapons we do have already. You know what I mean? We don't need a guy who's going to come in and catch 8 balls. We need a guy who can come in and stretch it like Devontae or Deshaun or a guy like that.
Alshon, as great as he is, he's never been to take the top off a type of guy.
No, he can.
He'll go 20
can,
yards,
but it's not.
He'll go long. But
teams
that's not his MO.
Teams aren't going to overtop you because they're worried about him beating you deep. So and now he finally hit a deep ball today. And I texted these guys finally, we need you to stretch the field. Like we need to stretch the field, and he's the only guy offensively that can stretch the field. So I think a wideout's in the conversation, but I also think somewhere. Listen, maybe not safety, but with Jalen going down, I could see. Who knows when Sidney's coming back? I could see a move back there somewhere.
Sidney
back
didn't make the
against
trip,
Cowboys,
though, right?
they're saying.
I would assume.
Sidney didn't make the trip today, right?
No, I assume Sidney would be back against Cowboys. But
They're
so
saying
you have
he's
some.
back.
But now you also is Sproles going to be back by the Cowboys?
No, they're saying he should be, but who knows?
Okay, so that say. I mean, to me, if you get them two back, that says how you move in them two spots. Okay, because you're not going. You know what I mean? You're not going to go get a 5th running back. It's the money you're paying Sproles for this year. You're not going to get a 5th running back if he's healthy. So maybe it is the wideout position.
Especially when your guy could be in the building. I mean, listen, whether it's one game or not, Josh Adams runs hard. You know what I mean? He's not saying he's the answer, but that guy, you should give him an opportunity.
I need him to hold the fucking football.
Yeah, give him an opportunity. He shit all over himself. You know what I mean? Because he runs hard. I mean,
I like him. He does run hard.
He's in your building, so instead of
big
selling
boy.
the farm or whatever you're going to do, he's in the building. So
Deion said Tampa denied D-Jack's trade request 2 days ago, so he's out. Mike Rose said Alshon.
You never know, though.
Yeah, but Tuesday's coming quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they just lost.
Once they just lost again. It wasn't a good loss either. Not that any loss is good loss, but yeah, we'll talk Tuesday.
Yeah.
Mike Rose says Alshon is a possession guy. D-Jax would be crazy in this offense, and I agree with Sleeps. Like D-Jax or like a Devontae Parker would fit real well in this offense. Guys who can stretch it.
And D-Jax will be happy. He'll be happier. Sorry, he'll be happier now.
Oh, he'll be running here.
He loves.
Yeah.
Well, no. Of course, he would rather come to a winner. But the beard is his guy.
Yeah.
Beard gets him the football. I mean, so,
Oh, he did. Yep.
He actually caught a deep ball from crab legs today, which is
oh,
shocking.
yeah, that was him. Yeah,
Yeah, 60-yarder. Delonte O'Brien says Clement will be a serious weapon along with Adams. Yeah, I just don't like Corey running the football, but, catching the ball, he can make plays. We know that, catching the football.
He runs right into the back of his fucking lineman.
Shaquan Gitters, I bet Howie will get players for cheap. Danny Donato says, I want to see more Josh Adams.
Yeah, I'd like to see more Josh Adams. Absolutely.
James Sholtoff says, where's that? Good question. Can we beat the Rams? I don't know right now. We need to get our shit together. I don't think we can beat the Rams, but if they're undefeated when we see them, I think we can, because that's how the league works. Dion says, we had a Goddard sighting today. Love it. Only one catch, but it was a catch that counted. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Moneyball.
Yeah. I like, real quick, though, I like the fact, I didn't watch much of the game, but I did see that. I like the fact that he broke a tackle. You know what I mean? Yeah. Took some contact and got through. Didn't just catch it and go down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
caught it with his hands, too.
Yeah.
Catch the ball with your hands.
The ball, it was a beautiful ball.
No, it was.
Anyone should have broke that tackle. The guy didn't really get a whole lot of them.
Well,
but, I mean, Zach
Ertz goes down.
Ertz might not have broken.
Ertz goes down.
They call him No Yak Zach for a reason. Okay?
Ertz not breaking nothing. Eric,
I'm good right here.
Ertz got golden hands, though. Man.
Yeah, he does.
I like that, Zach.
Eric Tomo.
I'm good right here.
Eric Tomalonis, I hope I said it right. He said, let's go. Where are all the J-Matt haters now? I don't know, I'm not there yet.
They're here.
I mean,
I'm
still right here. Like,
what? He was the definition of a drop. He catches footballs. I got no problem with him.
I know you don't like Jormat.
I never hated him. I don't know where that came from. Hate. There was no hate.
That might be hate.
I think you got the wrong guy, dude. So you start doing your facts. Checking your facts before you start saying.
My facts are always on point.
They're never on point.
Always on point.
Once every 2 months, maybe you'll get a fact on point.
You're crazy. I'm actually I actually am no notes.
Listen, unless you were a family member, I mean, who was a fan anyway? I mean, come on.
Chuck's in this guy.
It's easy to
Chuck's
say
in
now.
this guy.
Yeah, I mean, like at the.
I wasn't really a fan either. But I didn't hate the guy. But I'm not really a fan. But he made some catches today. He made a nice catch with his hands today.
4 for 93. Yeah, absolutely.
Two-gun Tommy over on YouTube. One game, but Parker was 7 for 135. Not a bad day.
Yeah.
Oh, Devontae looked good.
No,
I watched a lot of that game.
Yeah,
Josh
the sample
Adams
size
is the
isn't
man.
there, but he keeps getting. He's a healthy scratch every week, because Gase thinks he's the smartest guy in the room. So we'll have to see, what he can do. Obviously, you're not expecting that kind of performance every game, but shit, if they're, the phone should be. That conversation should take place.
Fucking pick though.
Yeah. The conversation should take place. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dude had talent at Louisville, right?
Yeah, he had talent. Absolutely had talent. Nelly Ruth that Josh Adams is the man. Fab Melendez, he's probably seems like a funny guy. Gained 5 pounds just looking at these guys. Go Birds. That's what he brought to the table. So great answer in the poll question there, Fab. Glad you could bring some great insight into the conversation tonight. You know what I mean? That's a hell of a response to the poll. Which if you're just joining us and you're not a fucking moron, our poll question is a simple one tonight. The Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East. Agree? Disagree? Let us know, again, if you're not a moron and you got some insight to bring to the table. We'd love to have you.
Or you can be a moron. We don't really care.
No, we'll expose you if you're a moron, just like we just did.
Was that LB talk, I guess?
Yeah. Cutie pie.
I got it.
He's a cutie pie, you know what I mean?
I got it.
He's a cutie pie type of guy.
I mean, we're not small guys. It's not like we didn't know.
I kind of know every day when I wake up, when I move around.
Shit, did I not? Am I heavy? Fuck, dude. I was thin when I walked in here.
When did that happen?
We're fluffy.
I really thought I was thin when I walked in here. I felt thin and fast when I walked in.
I put on my compression shirt and everything. That didn't work.
Fucking heavy now. Christ. Fucking Fab ruined my night.
Dustin John says, I love Jackson to come back home. Dennis Holmes says, more Josh Adams. Two-Gun Tommy says, we will win the East. TTP Ballin', what up? What up, brother?
TTP?
David Roska chiming in about his Rams. Jaleel Harris says, what's up, guys?
By the way,
What's
Roska,
up, Jaleel?
stop with the evolution spoilers.
Oh, for you wrestling geeks? Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
Mandy Rose got it.
There's 7 suplexes. Spoiler. I have a Ric Flair hoodie on, but
This guy crushes it and he pulls you right back in.
kiss stealing, wheeling down. Woo!
Madrick, Devon, Bolden, 10-6 will split with the Redskins and beat both Cowboy games. I hope you're right, brother. Hope you're right. Mike,
hope so.
Mike Royal.
Okay,
they were listening.
well, let's if we respond back, then where's our other? If we're going 10-6. There's 2 losses.
Yep.
If you're splitting with the Redskins, of those three other monsters, who's the loss?
Well, it's to one of them.
Well, no, I want him to chime back in.
He's saying we're beating two of them.
That's what I'm saying. Who's he got? I just want to hear
Yeah.
where he's at. If you're still with us, chime back in.
I mean, I think we can go 6-2. I mean, I think we can.
We can.
The Texans are
will
home, so that helps.
You know what I mean?
We can. Will we?
We know how they play defense.
But
in
again,
the link,
listen, when you're 4-4,
who's covering DeAndre?
But are we in New Orleans and in LA?
Yeah.
In New Orleans, in LA.
But let me tell you
Texans
something.
at home.
Let me tell you something about this league, though. This whole league, besides a couple big boys, this whole league is all evened out. You know what I mean? It's all evened out.
I know how
So,
football is.
you just got to get hot.
It's fucking.
He's got to get hot.
Every game's
and
decided by 4 plays, probably.
The bye couldn't have came at a better time when you got a lot of injuries. You're crushed with injuries right now.
Listen.
Okay, so the bye couldn't have came at a better time.
Great time.
So you got a good win going into the bye to make yourself feel a little better so that the locker room isn't in turmoil. Guys are still holding hands and kissing fucking babies, right? And now you go into the bye, get your minds right, attention to detail stuff that needs to be fixed, right? And then come out of the bye like Andy teams used to do. Andy teams always used to come out of the bye hot, no matter what. Remember back to 1 year, the Meadowlands, the Miracle of the Meadowlands with Westbrook. That team was done. That team was dead in the water. After that return or just something big, like a win like that happens, they ran off like 8 or 9 straight. So, I mean,
get your mind right, money right.
You have a quarterback who's
war.
capable enough to go – because now to me, he's going to continue to get stronger, right? So with him getting stronger, like we talk about every week, I say, I think he's even going to have a better week. Well, he's getting stronger and stronger. So we can start putting things on his shoulders now. You can see him starting to make plays by himself now that weren't maybe there the first week or two. The explosion and stuff, okay? You start to see that.
Absolutely.
So now we can start to be like, here you go. We got all these issues. We're just going to start putting them on your shoulder. Now we can start doing that. And at this point of the year, coming off the bye, I think he's going to have a monster fucking second half. Let's go. We're winning this division.
But he's had a monster first half.
I know, but whatever.
And we're 3-3.
But I think I think it's going to be different monster, Wells, where
But I mean, how much more monster you want to be? He's got 13 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
I'm talking the legs are moving better now. You can see everything.
No, he has.
You can see him moving around better.
But the more you put on his shoulders,
he's fully healthy. But the bottom line is, we're not as good of a football team as we were last year.
No, but we have him. We have him.
Yes, but he can't be the complete savior. He fumbles every week, at least once a week. I know he's got to be, and he's getting a little reckless at times, trying to jam that ball in there to some of his favorite guys. So he'll get better.
Well,
he's got 2 weeks.
I'm not saying he's the only. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
saying for some of the injuries, for some of the weaknesses. Like we still have playmakers offensively. We still have Ertz. We still have Alshon. We still have guys who can make plays, right? So we still have guys defensively who are supposed to make plays. You know what I mean? There's still enough of them on this roster. This is a point I'm making, but I feel like if he can get better and continue to put more things on his shoulders, some of these weaknesses, these guys got to start making some plays, some turnovers, stuff like that.
I think that starts up front, though, because he doesn't have a lot of time. People think he's just missing the guy in the flat. Yes, okay, he is missing a guy in the flat, right? But he has like 1.5 seconds, whatever it is. He don't have much time to go through his progressions like he did last year when he was, before he got hurt, he was clean. Right, this year he came back. He's getting hit like crazy, right, and sacked like crazy. Now the line's banged up. So these guys got to reach down, see if they're the hungry dogs, and fix it up front.
Well,
and then he'll be able to do more.
Lane going down might be the best thing for this offense for the time being, just because of the high ankle sprain. Like he's not nearly 100%, and he's gutting it out, playing through it. Now, Big V came in and did a pretty good job in replacing him. So you're like, okay, well, at least we have a guy back there who's played in big moments that can get it done enough. Now Peters has to stay on the field.
I was going to say, I agree with that. But the problem is 12 minutes into the Dallas game, Peters will be out, and then we're fucking. Well,
at least somehow was taking snaps at left tackle a couple times. I'm just saying it's not good. But then them two would switch again, which I hate. But then them two would switch again. But the whole point is we have enough playmakers still here that were a part of something real good that I feel like can start putting some things together. Like, we got to create turnovers defensively. We talk about it every week. This week we finally put a big one together. We need more of that. We need more of that, and that's going to come with our front four. And finally this week, Jim realized, hey, you know what? Now he started bringing some extra guys because my front four is just not getting it done. And he finally started bringing some extra guys, which created some, plays in our favor. I felt like that we only got beat on a blitz like once or twice. One was a touchdown, the double move on Malcolm, and the other one was just like maybe a 15-yarder. But besides that, when we brought pressure or an extra guy, we were at least creating incomplete passes or balls having to get out quick and quick stops, 3-yard gains, stuff like that. So I felt like we did a good job of that, bringing the extra pressure. But anytime we had front four today, I feel like Bortles had all day too. And I don't know if you guys saw that for the most part. I thought Blake had way too much time in the pocket at times. With the amount of money that's up front on this defense. That's all. And the amount of money guys want. Brandon Graham wants a lot of money. Well, you can't have a sack and a half through 8 weeks and be begging for a lot of money. Not that he's begging now, but after the year, like, who's paying you big DN money? Unless you have a monster second half. Now, I know he had a little bit of an ankle issue, and he's playing through that this year, so hopefully the bye gets him right.
He still hasn't been
But he still hasn't been himself. The explosiveness is not there from him.
Our line hasn't been productive. Really.
So, I mean, I'm not crowning nothing. I'm just hoping the rest helps his football team, and the continued growth of 11 helps his football team. That's what I'm resting it on. And his defense, there's still playmakers there. There's still Alshon offensively, Ertz, whatever. There's still guys who can make enough plays. Now we can make a play here and there. There's still guys, right? So hopefully you get Sproles back. He can make a play or two. So at least there's not. It's not just Carson by himself, but he can make up for the lane being out. He can make up for some things defensively that are not getting done. Not he's playing defense, but he had big enough games.
Our second half schedule is fucking difficult.
I know it is.
And we blew two. I mean, we've blown even more than two, but two games that we had to win.
Wow.
Tennessee game and the fucking Carolina game we had in the bag.
Now you're 6-2.
Yeah, we're 6-2. We don't blow those games, and we feel great. We feel great because then you're just like, okay, we go 4-4, and we make the playoffs.
Yeah, Demetrius Parker says 12-4. I love that, right? But Stephanie Hoover says some of y'all need to stop drinking the Kool-Aid. You'll get diabetes.
What up, who?
Because Demetrius said 12-4. Well, which I'm not mad at you, but we're not running the table.
What you just said with all the injuries and people need to step up. Turk Boys 20 over here on YouTube.
If we do, we're like a fucking favorite for the Super Bowl.
We're back.
There should be no trades done. This team is too injury-riddled to do any trades and waste picks. The only trade he'd be good with is D-Jax for like a third.
What would it be a waste of pick? Like,
first off, there's no fucking chance in hell we would offer a third-round pick for Deshaun Jackson. You can get him for a fifth. Easy.
But what's one or two picks, like later round picks? Like I know there's holes, but there's also guys that are hurt here too. Yeah. So I mean,
I think that's his point. I think that's his point.
But I'll give up
so injury riddled. Like let's just hold pat and see if because you even said if Darren comes back, there's an answer. At running back. If Sidney comes back, there's an answer in the secondary.
Yeah, but Mike Wallace coming back might not be soon enough. Mac Hollins might not be soon enough. So certain guys might not be soon enough. Well, that's what I mean. That's why we all led to, I think we were all, leaning towards wide receiver because other guys are coming back. And Avonte Maddox hasn't played great back there, but he also hasn't been terrible, and I'm willing to let him grow back there.
Right,
he's not – listen, he's not – as we can see, Rodney McLeod's a damn good safety in this league. If we missed it last year. Because some guys we missed, right? Some guys we overlooked. Well, that's a guy obviously we overlooked because he was great he's a great tackler in the open field. He's not a great cover guy. He's okay, but he's a damn good tackler in the open field, and he's a fucking vet, dude. And he makes guys think when you come across the middle. No, he has, but I'm saying
he slipped on that ball, the touchdown to Corey Davis at the end of the game. That's like what everyone thinks about, obviously. But besides that play, Avonte Maddox has been all right. He hasn't been bad.
No, I think he's been playing well.
And Jesse Nichols, who's a Cowboys fan.
That might be a blessing. That might be a good blessing.
Turk Boys follows up. He says, today we found out Maddox is nice, and Rasul
we know Rasul can play.
Made some plays.
Well, we know that.
Yeah,
I mean,
feel like
Kim Schwartz has an agenda.
I feel like he's been in the doghouse all year.
You know why?
He fucked his wife or something.
Yeah, because he questioned playing time. Because he questioned playing time. Mr. Bravado, you better not do nothing to make Mr. Bravado look bad. So when he questions playing time, all of a sudden he don't play. You see how that works? And he's just a crumb. Jimmy's a crumb. If we didn't notice already. Such a crumb. They can't go play, but you got agenda going on because he made a comment about playing.
Crumb.
It's the same Kapler move.
Just make him run 10 gassers.
Yeah, dude.
After practice by himself, you hold him and say, hey, listen, shut your mouth. Give me some gassers.
That's it. We'll
That's
get
it,
you
bro.
in. We'll get you in.
All right?
I promise you a couple snaps.
He said,
I make the decision.
shut your mouth.
Yeah, you know who's that coach here. You know who that coach is here. All right?
Jaleel Harris has an interesting comment.
Yeah, let me hear that one.
He said, I watched Cox a lot this game. He has a bull rush, but cannot get off the double teams. Not that good like the other high-priced players.
He's not Aaron Donald. And listen, when I give $100 million to a guy, and I like Fletch, I love Fletch, right? Okay, but I'm going to say from now on the rest of the year, I need to hear him all day, every day. Right? When you're a $100 million guy, because when my quarterback gets $100 million, right, he's going to get all the blame or all the credit, right? When he gets $100 million, when quarterbacks get it, right? All these guys bitching, moaning around the league, right? Oh, I'm a $100 million guy. I'm $100 million, right? And why are quarterbacks getting all the money? Well, win or lose, you always blame on the quarterback, right? So unless you're Aaron Donald and I can see your impact daily, shut your mouth. I don't care about your double teams because Aaron Donald gets you double and triples because the motor don't stop. And there's no excuses. It can't be.
Aaron Donald's a walking Hall of Famer, okay?
I'm just saying.
Dude's the best fucking D tackle in football.
Fired up and Fletcher Cox doesn't
That's
show
the
up.
best D tackle in football you're talking about. Fletcher's not Aaron Donald. Okay?
Bro, $100 million puts you in that conversation.
But he's still really good.
Yeah.
$100
really
million.
good.
He's damn good.
He hasn't been
He's damn good, but this year he hasn't.
Well, it's because
this isn't a body of work.
We don't have Jernigan.
This isn't a body of work rip. This is in the moment rip. You haven't been good enough. That's all. You're great. Okay? You're an Eagles all-timer because you're a puppy. We know you. You're a stud. I need you, babe. I'm begging for you. This isn't me want to take shots at you. We need you to be the team we're going to be because it starts up front, and we know this in football.
And we got to get more pressure.
Yeah, we got to get more, and it starts with him.
Chris Long.
Because even if Donald,
he's milk cartoned up.
He's been milk carton all year.
Even if Donald doesn't get there, he just causes so much havoc. You know what I mean? Like he'll just blow the play
he's just
up,
around.
and then he's always
like Michael Bennett's played well.
There,
Michael Bennett's played well.
All right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He really has.
He's in the backfield.
He really has, and I'll take that because actually he's played better than Derek Barnett. So now he's going to get more snaps. Now I don't want Derek Barnett getting hurt, but I was like, well, this might be a blessing because the guy's played well. So if we can get him on the field more. Because we have
the problem is we need Chris Long. Chris Long made some plays last year.
He's not making them.
He needs some.
Dirk Boys follows up and he's spot on. He says, "By the way, do you guys see what happens when the rush, the QB creates turnovers? But not only that, the defense plays with swagger, which is something they did last year, something they haven't done this year.
Yeah, like
we haven't created turnovers.
Let guys go get the quarterback. Like send 6 guys. Get up like they did today a bunch of times and said, now granted they're playing nobody wide receivers. Besides Westbrook's okay, but besides Westbrook, like they're playing nobody. But I want that every game then. Have the confidence to be able to play one-on-one and get home.
You know what then why how about
that's all.
How about we start pressing guys and like we're so worried about getting beat deep. Like let's let up a deep ball game. Who gives a fuck? But let's press these guys and stop giving up. Everyone just
well, we give up a deep ball game anyway.
Slant and drag us to death.
We give a deep ball game anyway, so at least we're not giving a 10 point, 15 point.
Get a hand on a guy.
But we slant. But
you're at least going to slow him down.
Slant and drag us to fucking death. Slant, drag, dump off to running back. They do it to. They kill us with it. That's what everyone does.
Because if you don't belong in the NFL if you're whiffing, right? So chances are you're going to get a hand on him at least. You know, doesn't mean that you're going to keep him there and jam the shit out of him like old school guys, right? But you're going to get a hand on him. You're going to slow him down.
Just get up on him,
and then you get into your back pedal.
Listen, what you do is you get guys off their spots, and that's what you want to do. It's all about timing. So get guys off their spots. So now I'm bringing 6 or 5, right? And I'm getting a guy off the spot early because all my corners are big guys that can get handsy. They all can get handsy. So now I get guys off their spot, and I'm bringing extra pressure with a real good front 4 already, and I'm helping them out a little bit.
Well, like Willie
with guys who go get you. Malcolm loves it.
You're getting slanted to death, like Willie said. So if you knock him off it,
now
you
can't
pick
slant.
You can pick that
the
because they're throwing the slant early.
I mean,
I like today.
Bang and go.
Sweet. They did a lot of they'll show it after they did it a bunch, back off, right, and then create you to think it's coming quick, and then you throw a quick 5-yard slant, and the linebackers are dropping already, and you think they're blitzing, pick, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying,
ask Grande Barber, we know.
So we're gonna have to dock on in a few seconds here, fam, just so you guys know, and you can ask the doc any questions you got about Eagles injuries or around the league or whatever. But Jaleel said Donald has 10 sacks, Cox has 4. I didn't even think Fletcher had 4. If he has 4, I must have missed a couple.
2-1.
But he might have
2-1
4.
Red Sox.
2-1 Red Sox.
Yeah,
Pierce again.
And
Pierce again.
Freeze home.
And Freeze leading off.
The guy says, who plays first base for them again? Like, why not put JD Martinez there? Now Pierce fucking cover all balls. Cover all balls. Like, I'm the biggest mush one way or the other.
7-0 Kamara touchdown, but Breeze threw it to him.
Kamara touchdown, first tee of the game. Ooh, somebody had Kamara first TD of the game. Somebody had Kamara first TD of the game.
It's funny, though, before we get to the doc, I was a huge Ocho fan when he was playing.
Cinco?
Yeah. And now that he's not,
you fucking would.
I would, right? But
what a cross.
I like Ocho.
Through his Instagram, he's always out training with guys, and he always talks to both D-backs and wide receivers of that first initial jam. How hard it, from a wide receiver, how much you want with your hands you want to miss that, and how much from a DB standpoint that helps you as a DB get that jam. So I mean, it's spot on with what you guys have said.
Yeah, I think
it's impossible to whiff.
Listen,
it really is.
I make guys
completely whiff.
and at this level of football, right, or at this level of any sport, I make guys make plays. Like we talk about bunting and stuff in baseball. Make a pitcher make a throw. Make a third baseman have to come and make an off-balance throw. Make that shit happen. Make guys force pressure on guys. Limit strikeouts, stuff like that, right? Well, it's the same thing in football. Make guys beat you. So say, you know what? I'm going to get up in your face all day. I'm going to be here, and we're going to be bringing a lot of people at you. So enjoy yourself, and if you beat me, you name it. You know what I mean?
Every
QB
in the fucking league can throw a fucking 8-yard out when there's no bumping or anything.
Listen, you can't walk around. You can't walk around the complex, Mr. Bravado, right, with your chest out and a little chest hair showing with a little gold chain and shit. Okay,
hamburger meat.
All right, and not show that style on Sundays, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Hamburger helper talk?
You can't be a hamburger helper.
Who's got the gold chain?
Schwartz, he has a chain.
Does
Go
he?
relook.
Schwartz has a chain?
Google. It's not a big one, dude. He's not rocking he's not rocking a player's chain. I'm
It's
saying.
not like a
Starter
gold,
No.
It's like an 80s gold rope, like Run DMC had and shit.
But my
80
point
starter
is,
jack?
you can't be Mr. Bravado and then not
guy
show
can
that
score.
bravado on Sundays, right? Because I want the same guy that walks through the complex with his chest here. I want that same guy with his chest out on Sundays because I want this guy today where he brought a ton of pressure and he helped our defense out that did lack. Like we brought pressure more when Jalen went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, it's not like you were hit by more injuries at corner and then you got even more aggressive. And it's like, well, it'd be like that all day. So we got Dr. Paul Vidal on the line. Our doc, make him yours. Specialized Physical Therapy LLC, located Princeton, Cherry Hill, and Burlington, New Jersey. All right, they accept all major insurances, or most major insurances. Say all. You always say all. All major insurances. They'll handle when you get there if you don't.
Zim went for it on 4th down, touchdown Diggs.
Touchdown Vikings 7-7.
We
got the doc on.
Issue, the doc's got you.
We got the doc on, and obviously we're going to be asking them tons of questions about injuries with the Eagles and anything you guys have. Chime in. Let us know. We'll ask the doc for you. Paul, you there?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
We got you.
You guys sound like you're really far away, though.
We're here. We're not that far. We're not that far.
Mount Ephraim, it's not too far.
We might tell you to drive over now. Let us know if you got us.
What's up, Doc?
What's going on?
Yeah, we're good.
Robbie, send me your phone over here as it's plugged in. I got a little trick. I'm a trickster.
This guy,
I got ideas. The guy's a king of ideas. You bring the phone closer and it picks it up better.
He's an idea guy.
It's a 101. It's like Tech 101, babe. It's like Tech. If you need somebody, let me know. Call me. But it's like Tech 101. You bring it a little closer on the table. Watch. Doc, you better now?
Yeah, that's a little better, man.
Look at the kid. Look at the kid.
Doc,
Make him move.
Doc, he paid you to say yes.
It's his first rodeo.
He said, "Listen, we're gonna set this little skit up in the beginning. All right, I want Willie to know that I'm the man." Wink, wink. All right, attaboy.
So, Doc, it's a big win today, early morning game, a little different.
Good win.
But right into it, tough loss of Lane Johnson, an MCL sprain, and they're talking about him being out about a month. With 2 months?
grade 2.
Oh, grade 2. About a month, a good timetable for it, or is he a guy that after the bye week could try to even come back sooner?
Yeah, I mean, did they say tear or sprain?
Sprain.
Yeah, man. I mean, it depends, man. It depends on the grade of that. I mean, the bye week is coming at a good time, man, right? A lot of guys can heal up here or get extra time. But Lane Johnson, man, I mean, what did they put the initial time frame at? 2 to 3 weeks?
A month. They said a month.
Or a month.
Yeah.
They said a grade 2, about a month.
MCL.
Yeah, I would say they're thinking that's a little more involved than just a simple strain, man. Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised with that time frame. I'd be surprised if he's back after the bye. In 2 weeks, man. They're probably being putting out there saying that he's probably not going to be back. For the first game after the bye.
Yeah, I think.
I would agree with that.
I think he's about a month too. I think he's about a
man,
month.
that sucks, though, man. I mean, these guys can't afford to lose anybody else.
Mills foot injury.
Yeah, they lost him, and then obviously Jalen with a foot injury. But nothing's really came out about Jalen and Length yet. He was questionable pretty much the whole game.
And Gruger left with a thumb injury early on.
Well, they said that he was trying to run on the sideline, but then he ended up going back into the locker room, Jalen, like after he got hurt. So I guess he was thinking about coming back in.
Yeah.
So maybe hopefully that's not too bad then. Hopefully.
I didn't see Jalen's. What was up with Jalen?
They said a foot. They didn't say what though. They just said he hurt his foot.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
they
missed that one.
didn't give us anything about it. He came back in and went back out, and that was the end of it. They said he was questionable, and then went back to the locker room again. So I think he did try to play on it, but that's about it. So another big loss, and then
Grugier Hill thumb.
And then we were still, obviously, we talked about last week, Darren Sproles, and we hope, he's another hammy, Doc, that we talked about last week, and hopefully we can get him back after the bye. And hopefully, if he's not back after the bye, I don't even know if he plays this year.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking about that over the week. It's like maybe their strategy was to give him an extra week with the bye and just give him extra time and then get him out there. But you're right. I mean, if he's not back by after the bye week, I'm not sure we're going to see him, man. How much time does he really need there? Something's not right there. But the other thing too is I kept looking for information on Barnett. Man, he had that the rotator cuff surgery, but I can't find any other details on that. I don't know if you guys have anything else on that. Exactly. He tore. They just keep saying rotator cuff, but there's a bunch of different muscles that make that up, so I wasn't sure if there was any specifics on that.
Did you guys hear anything deeper on that injury?
I just heard that he had a rotator cuff surgery.
Yeah, right. You didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything other than that. No.
No, I think that's all that came out, Doc. Is just that the rotator. They didn't, and then he's out for the year. They tried. What they did initially is they didn't put him on IR right away, and they were probably. I guess you could probably answer this better. They're probably looking for some second, third opinions on it to see if it was something he could come back and play with this year. That sound about right on why it took about 4 or 5 days?
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back this year.
No, he's done. He's done, but they initially they didn't put him on IR right away. They waited about 4 or 5 days. So I was wondering, them waiting 4 or 5 days to do, were they probably getting second and third opinions on that to see if he could come back, depending on what type of injury it was? And then obviously,
how severe.
Yeah, how severe it really is.
Yeah, that might have been the case. I mean, obviously they're going to try to seek all avenues to kind of prolong the season for him. But it's one of those things. If it's ultimately that's what needs to happen, get it done now, and then hopefully he's ready to go for next year. But there was even some reports that do they even bring him back after this? I'm not sure where he is with his contract or his age, that type of thing. But I guess that's one of the things we're going to have to figure out. Going into next year.
Be a third-year guy, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot. I know, there's a lot of guys coming up on their deals, or a few good ones.
Well, he'll be back because he's still young.
Yeah,
I think he's third year, rookie year.
This will be his next year. Will be his
third year.
So he'll have one more. After.
He's pretty young. Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha.
Now the other one is Timmy Jernigan. I know we haven't talked about him in a while, Doc. Probably since week 1 or week 2, somewhere around then. But I know that he's closer and closer to getting back. Do you think he's a guy with the disc injury to his back? He had surgery on it. I know he started to do some type of work around the facility in the NovaCare complex. You think he's a guy that can get back this year, or is he a guy most likely that we might not see until next year?
Yeah, I'm hoping we see him back again. I'm not sure how close he is, but again, another week off or a bye week here is going to be helpful. I'm not sure where he is with participating in terms of contact practice or kind of going, full tilt in practices. I guess if he's not doing that, obviously that's the first step that he would have to do to kind of gauge his readiness to return.
So, Doc, I want to switch gears real fast. I was at the Penn State-Iowa game yesterday, and their quarterback, Trace McSorley, got rolled up, and I think it was initially marked as an MCL. I don't know if anything it was rumored to be an MCL. I don't think anything officially has come out. But he came back and he played in the second half and didn't look like he missed a beat. Did they give him anything at halftime? Is there anything to give a kid or a player medically, either topical or a shot of something to, dumb the pain? Or is that just pure pain management?
They shot him up.
Yeah, 50-yarder right after the
right after the half.
Right?
Yeah. You hear stories back in the day of guys, getting in, like a cortisone shot or something to kill the pain right away. The MCL, they might have just went in there and really, kind of support him, bandage him up, or gave him like a brace or something. I didn't see the game, but that MCL, it's one of three, or actually four major stabilizers up in terms of ligaments. So, depending on the degree of strain or tear there, he could have gone back out and ran on it, and he might have just had a little pain that he had to deal with. But it's possible he could have played on that.
Okay. Yeah, because he heard it early in the second quarter, and when he first came out back in the second quarter, he was one-dimensional. It was like he was almost like a pro-style quarterback where he couldn't run. And his game is all the read option and the run, as most college quarterbacks are. And then he comes out in the second half and busts a 51-yarder running like he had no issues, and we were like, what happened at halftime?
Got that good stuff.
But look at Carson Wentz last year. He tore his ACL and the else.
Carson? ACL and MCL.
And MCL, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he played a couple more plays. So you could obviously still go. I don't know how much longer you could go during a game when it's fully torn, but if it's just a strain, if Carson can come back on a tear and play a few plays, a guy with a strain can probably go a little longer. But yeah, they might have done something to him during halftime that made him tolerate that a bit more.
Felt like you got a brand new knee.
Gotta blow that shit out.
Yeah, everything I'm reading about Jalen was just non-contact, and
seems to be the new thing, huh?
Yeah, this seems to be a foot. Everybody's saying they don't think it's an Achilles. It wasn't up. It was the foot. I mean, even when they were looking at him, the trainers on the sideline.
We were talking last week, and we were talking about a lot of these non-contact injuries. And who's the guy that went down with the ACL? The receiver for
Will Fuller.
Fuller.
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, his leg kind of stuck in the ground.
Took a bad step.
Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, you saw it. Like you're like, that didn't look good, and then and immediately.
Yeah, what I meant to mention last week with things, because there's always that. Well, why are these happening with like non-contact things? You would think if a guy gets hit from the side and it buckles a knee, and we can all understand that. But one thing I failed to mention last week was, and I did mention a little bit, like guys can be as strong as an ox, right? But if they don't have the control or the from a core standpoint, or if they don't have a control from how their limbs are positioned, I know that sounds weird, but like for example, like there's a proper way to jump and land, and when you jump and then land, if your knees cave in or if your ankles cave in and you don't have control of those joints, you're more likely to have an injury to those involved structures like the ACL. MCL. So, there's a lot of work being done out like in California. One of my colleagues there, and they really look at how guys' limbs are positioned when they move. So a lot of these non-contact injuries, like when they go to pivot and quickly change positions, they're finding that their knees and hips are at angles that would actually predispose them to injury. So it's learning how to move well. And, you can be strong, but you have to move better.
That's why I can never.
Sorry.
That's why I can never dunk.
That's why I can never dunk.
I said that's why I can never dunk, Doc. I needed you in high school. I didn't know how to jump.
Yeah, so it's some interesting stuff that's going around that I meant to mention that last week because it might help answer some of these questions. Like, hey man, this guy didn't even get hit and he went down.
Yeah, see
just land awkwardly, right? I guess just land. Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
well, like we were talking about.
Makes sense,
like we were talking about last week. Like all these guys with hammy injuries. Everybody's going out with hammy. Everybody's out with hammy, and is it something guys can do better to not get hurt? Really, not get hurt with a lot of non-contact stuff. There's a ton of non-contact injuries. The NFL's trying so hard to take away a lot of the contact in certain spots to avoid injury and prevent injury. Now, all these other injuries are happening even regardless of all this. Now it's all lower body. Now everything's lower body.
More focus on the happy and less on the ending.
Yeah.
you gotta get the proper massage. You gotta get massage. Get that massage and stretch and whatever. It's just crazy. They are just so much bigger and stronger nowadays, though. It's just it's nuts.
And a lot of this conditioning stuff and maybe even the rehabilitation of their injury, or if they're injured, I think it might speak to now also the kind of the quality of what they're doing and making sure they're doing things well instead of just hammering out reps to get stronger. We got to look at the flicker. Here we go. Sorry, I'm watching the game at the same time. But a lot of times it might just be, focusing on the quality of the movement and teaching guys the right way to move and position themselves so their joints are at better angles and they can then actually move and work more efficiently.
Oh, yeah, we were just watching the same flea flicker.
You guys on delay, man?
Yeah, we're on delay. We're behind. We're so behind right now.
Tommy delay, that's what they call him.
Well, I guess that's why you see a lot of guys doing a lot of the extra stuff like all season. Like, you see guys doing yoga and different things where, they have to sort of stretch themselves out almost, and their balance and help with balance. Yeah. I think everybody can watch the way, I guess, like Saquon lands. Because every time he lands after he jumps, it seems like it's perfect. Yeah. So everybody should just watch tape on Saquon. Like, how's he land?
The one day it didn't, and then he still was okay.
Yeah,
didn't look good at all. I mean,
look good at all. He had a funny land. He
landed
like Will Ferrell, though. Yeah.
But to your point, that's how he's put together
some guys,
different.
Some guys are different.
Yeah.
How about what's his name today? Did you see that jump? Did you see a Kareem Hunt touchdown today where he jumped the dude? Kareem Hunt's nice.
Yeah,
Doc, so to our poll question, do you think the Eagles are going to win the NFC East? Do you agree or disagree?
Hey, man, I agree they can win it, man, because of the division they're in, man. But, Washington, you see their defense, man? They're looking pretty strong. But, they'd have to get past Washington, I think. That's the big hurdle, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think Washington's defense is really good, too. I think they're they look like ours last year. They created a ton of turnovers.
Yeah, they're getting to the quarterback, which is that's paramount. So that's the key.
But I think the Eagles can win it, though, man. Listen, man, it might be a bit of a homer decision there, so to speak, but they got a shot, man. Obviously, so as long as they got a shot, man, I'm going with them.
I'm right with you. I'm in the same boat. Everybody else is a lot have jumped off of that boat, but. According to Sweeps, I'm the last guy off the Titanic, and I'm still on, and you're on with me, Doc. It's me and you. The other guys jumped.
That's it, man.
Pass your speedo to Tommy.
We'll hold hands, and there's people saying 12-4, so then people think that boat's never sinking. So
and they never even saw the iceberg.
Yeah, they're in the band.
Oh, that's great. So hopefully, Doc. Next week we'll actually be on early in the morning, so we'll get you on. We'll get on in the morning. We'll be running that way for a while now, so we'll be able to talk a lot of guys if we think they're going to play and stuff like that, which will be cool and something different. So it'll be fun. Looking forward to that.
And hopefully we pick somebody up at the trade deadline here. I don't know, man. What do you guys think they're going to go with that?
I think we all pretty much decided it might be a wideout.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I just think it's tough to get
the NFL's hard,
other
man.
positions. It's tough. It's tough to get a guy at this point and expect him to do a lot for your team. Wide receiver, if we get a speed wide receiver, we're gonna just be like, just run deep. We're running a lot of streaks, man, a lot of streak routes for you. So I think wide receiver. Like we were saying, we're hoping Sproles will be back, and that should help some of the running back. And then safety wise, Avonte Max looked okay, and Sidney should be back.
Yep.
So we're thinking, we could definitely still use a speed receiver. So I guess we're thinking maybe speed receiver.
Well, I'm thinking Deshaun, Doc, because we talked about guys coming in, the offense being, tricky for a lot of guys. At least he's been around the West Coast offense. So to me, he's a guy who could come in and he's been around. He knows some of the terminology better than most guys coming in. Right. So he's a guy who can come in and fit. That's why I thought Shady was an option, because he's a guy who's been around this offense before. So I'm running with, I think, Deshaun Jackson is an option just because they lost today. They're in shambles. And if they run Jameis Winston back out there, he might not come out of the locker room. So that's where I'm landing. I'm landing on, he's made it very clear that he does not like his quarterback there. He likes the other one with the beard, but doesn't like the first guy. So I think he could be the guy that's on the move.
So you think they're going to stick with Conor McGregor for the rest of the season?
I don't know. it's amazing. I mean, after his performance in the fourth quarter, now, I know he's good in spurts, and you'll get spurts out of Fitzpatrick, but I'll let him run right now. If you're the Bucs, you have nothing to lose. Quan Alexander's your heart of your defense. He's out for the year, like we talked about last week, Doc. You got nothing to lose. Ride the hot hand right now, and whoever that may be. When he goes cold, go back to Jameis, Like, just ride the hot hand.
Maybe he comes out and lights up Washington in 2 weeks, helps us out.
Exactly.
That'd be nice.
And then the next week comes out and stinks, and you go back to Jameis for a week or two, and he'll look good for a week, and then he'll go throw 5 picks, and then you go back to Fitzpatrick again. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the perfect situation because both quarterbacks will play good for a game or two, and then they'll come out and be like, oh, there he is.
Winston never plays good. The stats are there. Like, it's always 3 to 4 picks, and he'll throw for 400 in meaningless times.
Last year,
it's all meaningless stuff. Like, all the stats are like they're getting blown out, and then he just throws for 300. But there's not a game he don't throw 2 or 3 picks.
Oh, no, absolutely. But doesn't Deion Brown thinks just like us because he goes, ask the doc what he thinks about the return of D-Jax or McCoy. No, done and done, Deion. Done and done. But Doc, who do you? I mean, would you like a D-Jack reunion?
I guess they could use him, man. Deshaun Jackson he was good, man. He's just I wouldn't mind it, but you think is that what we need though? That's what I was wondering. I mean, do we need an offensive guy or do we need a defensive player?
I mean, I think there's a lot of needs across the board.
I mean, today was the second time you fell in 24.
Yeah.
Right on the nose,
but it's like if I can outscore people, I can win a lot of games. And I have the quarterback. I have the quarterback to be able to outscore a lot of people. So go get me another playmaker that can help me outscore you.
Deshaun is the deep threat that we need. He is. That's the kind of guy that we need. I mean, we could use a defense. We could use some guys on defense, obviously, but the problem is getting them in and getting them ready to play at this point in the season is
we brought Ellery off the street last year. It took him 4 weeks to get the playbook and actually start because we were in so need of him, and we were such desperate need of him. We couldn't even start him right away. That's why I'm looking at guys that like a running back who can just hop right in and hit the hole like Jay did last year. But I don't think it's going to be that because of Sproles. So I think it's going to be a wideout, and Deshaun Jackson is a match made in heaven. It's what we need. They are obviously going to run Jameis back out there because that's what they're going to do because that comes from upstairs. So they're going to run him back out there, and that's only going to create more turmoil down in Tampa. So to me, they would run away with if you offered a 5th or even a 4th for Deshaun. Why wouldn't they?
Well, they claim they're not going to trade him, but who knows? That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, you're right. A guy who's ready to come into a system, knows the system is ready to play, day one. That makes the most sense. And Deshaun would fit that bill. Actually, McCoy would fit that bill too, like you said.
Yep, absolutely, Doc. Absolutely.
And he just got cleared for tomorrow night when he was in concussion protocol. I remember we talked about it last week, Doc. We weren't sure.
McCoy.
Yeah, we weren't sure what the injury was. Robbie said everybody was reporting it was like an ankle, and it ended up being his head, and he got a concussion. So, but he is cleared to play Monday. So I don't know if that puts him back on the table.
This Taysom Hill guy does everything for New Orleans, huh? He's like backup quarterback / kick returner.
This guy misses an extra point. Can pass interference cost me in fantasy? Get Murray
Dude, yeah, I'm right with you. That's what I was trying to say. I was celebrating. No, I was celebrating because I bet the second drive of the game for Minnesota would be a field goal. Fucking assholes. Thought I had it.
Can't win. Losing.
Oh, the prop bets are hot, man. You got to watch them. They get you going.
But, yeah, Doc, before we hit the break, anything coming up and how can people find you and come in and get taken care of if they got something going wrong with them?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can always find us online at www.specializedphysicaltherapy.com. If you need us to take a look at you, you do not need a prescription from a doctor. You can come to us directly. Like you guys said earlier, we take most major insurances, so you can give us a call in any office there. Again, our information is on the website. So that'd be the way to do it. Anything coming up right now, we're actually, this is a good time of the year for us to give back to the community and stuff. So we're holding food drives at each of our offices for the local food pantries. So if you're in the area, you want to drop something off, canned goods, dried foods like that, we're accepting to give to the local food pantries.
And that will be at all 3 locations, or did you say 2 out of 3? All 3?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
You got it.
Let's go, fam. Get out there.
Yeah, get out there. Donate some stuff. Everybody's got stuff laying around. Let's go. You know what I mean? Be a fan.
That's right.
be a family. So, sorry, got tied into the game again here. I thought Hill was playing quarterback again. I was like, what are they doing? It's Breeze.
First off, he's in. They bring him in all the time. It's weird. Dude can make some plays though. His name's Taysom though. Who names the kid Taysom?
A Mormon.
Setting him up for failure.
He's 41 years old.
Obviously, they didn't set him up for failure because he's playing in the NFL, so they set him up for something.
Nah,
He's 29.
he probably killed somebody or something.
Literally 29. And then he's doing a good job. He's doing his filling his role, but it's the world we live in.
What do you mean he's 29 years old?
Yeah, he's literally 29. Yeah, he's been on
Is
like
there
100
something wrong
misses.
with that?
Yeah, no,
but
he's
he's
just
a rookie.
He's a rookie at 29 because he went on like 7 Mormon
Dude's a big
missions.
Mormon.
Yeah.
He's been soaking.
This guy
I
don't like that age?
No, but I'm 34, man. Fuck. 29-year-old's a cocksucker. What am I?
Oh my goodness. All right, Doc. We'll leave you on that note, and we'll talk to you. Talk to you Sunday morning. So we'll be excited. We'll talk some fantasy, some injuries on that end, and well, not a Birds preview, but usually we'll be talking Birds preview as well. So excited to get back in on the Sunday morning game.
Yeah.
Baseball season's over, and we can get rocking in the morning.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Thanks, Doc.
See you,
we'll
Doc.
talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
Paul.
All right. Have a good week, guys.
You
See you,
too.
buddy.
You too, buddy.
So that was Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Princeton, and Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. Fam, everybody over on Facebook.
Get your canned goods out to the location.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's be a
Get your
fam.
kids out.
Let's go.
Be adults, okay?
Help the kids. Feed the kids.
Don't be scumbags. I know there's a few of you out there, and we can see it because you're the one talking 7 to 9. We can see right through who you guys are. Yeah, you won't donate nothing. You know what I mean? I can say, save a patch or two for the kids, would you? Save a patch or two for the kids.
I'll save the rest of the bag.
He's not saving no patch.
Yeah.
Who are you kidding?
He'll donate, but
There's
he
a better
ain't getting any
chance.
patches.
No, yeah.
He'll donate
Fucking
that
Patch
smart
Adams.
water. He'll donate
Patch
that
Adams
smart
ain't giving
water.
away shit over there.
Patch Adams.
He ain't giving away shit.
Patch Adams solid film.
I'll give you some vegetables, but you ain't getting any of my patches.
That smart water might go. Ain't giving that sour patch
Get
kids
the
though.
fuck out of here.
Gina, head over to YouTube. Everybody over on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, head over to YouTube or the site. You can join the second half of the show there. We'll continue talking everything Birds. We'll probably mix in some Sixers. We'll have 5 questions with the Pove.
Whatever you want to talk
And
about.
whatever the hell you guys want.
bring it up.
We'll
We'll
talk
talk
about. Head over to YouTube. Head over to the site. We'll take a couple minutes here, break, and we'll see you on the other side, fam. It's Agree Disagree, A2D Radio. We're live from the Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday, we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill locations, and as well as our certified public accountant, Gibson Mayer. Find on the web, gibsonmayer.com. See you on the other side, fam.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Agree, disagree. Live from the Real Talk Studios. What's up, family? Brought to you every Sunday by our doc. Make him yours. If you missed him, go back, listen and replay. We have Doc on every Sunday. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton locations. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Mwakovic, Robbie Pope on the ones and twos. The family out there joining us right now. If you just joined us, just getting the party started with us, our poll question, the Philadelphia Eagles will win the NFC East. Do you agree or disagree with that statement?
Dipping that toe in.
Let us know. We talked a little bit. We obviously talked Eagles Jags recap. Yeah. We'll get in there. We don't have to get in the next game because we got a long time for that. So there's none of that today. But Carson Wentz, I wanted to get into a little bit that we already talked about him a tiny bit. But we talked injuries already. We talked trades already.
We're feeling good.
So
going into
we got through a lot. So really, the second half of the show is about you, the fam, on the YouTube side of things. On what you want. What questions do you have? What do you got to get off your chest? Because we're reading every goddamn thing you said.
Good ball, Drew.
Unless it's Ralph. We don't read everything Ralph says. But everybody else.
Well, we got some Ralph controversy in the chat.
Oh my God. Get off.
Get
off
my leg.
Get off my leg.
Stop getting up so much.
I've been here the whole time. I already lifted your leg once. How many lifts of the leg do I have to do? You keep lifting your legs up. I've never seen a big guy for this cord to get under there is almost impossible. It's almost impossible for this cord to get through there. You know, it's obvious.
Kids got a lot of agility.
Not according to Sticks. But, I mean, I'm not here to point fingers.
First off, Sticks doesn't even know what he was talking about. Kid's retarded. Smoke more weed, Jay.
Oh, my God. Hey, pot. Well, I mean, maybe cattle. Look at you two.
I don't care.
Jesus Christ.
I enjoy marijuana. It's a good friend of mine. Some might say my best friend. Tom's not always there for me, but weed is.
What up, Dion?
It's almost legal.
What up, Rye? What up, SJM? Chiming in over on YouTube. But I agree. I think this team can win the NFC East, and I think they will because, again, I think Washington's got by with a lot of smoke and mirrors. Can they continue to create that many turnovers defensively? I'm not saying they can't. I just don't know if they can enough to help that offense because there's just not enough playmakers over there. It's not – I like Alex Smith. I think he's a solid quarterback in this league when he has weapons. He had plenty of weapons in Kansas City they distribute the football to. Doesn't have the same. Jordan Reed, we know that MO. I mean, he's a week or two from being out for a week or two. So, you know, I mean, am I sold on their defense? Yes. I think they have a really good defense there. Am I sold on them offensively? Absolutely not. Now, do I think we beat them twice? We always play them. We always play them tough. But, you know, I think we go 1-1, but there's still a chance of us being able to beat them twice.
We're going to need to beat them twice if we want to win the division.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. No, you're spot on.
So,
you see what that offense looks like on steroids, the Chiefs, right? I mean, it was good with him.
Yep.
And then you had some juice to it.
Now
this guy looks like
you got a guy who can throw with 70 in the air.
4,000 touchdowns.
You can only get away. You can only get away with so much when you can't. There's no big plays in your offense, right? For the Washington Redskins, besides AP being able to break one on you, there's zero big play capability in that offense.
Right now, there's zero big play opportunity with the Eagles right now.
That's not true because we score on a bunch of big plays. We just don't finish enough. Right, like we get down there, we get big plays. We don't
get big plays.
Yeah, absolutely, have got big.
No,
plays.
we grind out drives.
How do we not get? How do we score a first touchdown today and second touchdown? They're big plays, Greg. Today we made big plays offensively.
I don't know if we made big plays.
You're talking over 50 yards.
I think you're off on this one.
I'm talking over 20+ yard plays. The Washington Redskins don't get a lot of
plays. That's a chunk play.
Well, okay, it's still a big play.
Webster.
It's still a big play, though. I mean, now we're diving deep into what a big play is. Jesus Christ. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. My point is the Redskins aren't a big play offense where they're gonna gas you for 20+ers.
But I don't think right now the Eagles are either.
Well, today we were.
One game.
That's more than one game because as Carson's gotten better, we've gotten some bigger plays when Alshon's came back. We've had a bigger play offense than we did, let's say 3 or 4 weeks ago, right?
Big-ish.
Big-ish. But bigger than them. My comparison is to them. My comparison is I'm trying to compare the two teams. Offensively, I'm going to give us the edge right now, and not by a lot because we're not lighting the world on fire.
We can't run the fucking ball.
Okay, but offensively, I'm going to give us the edge because I think our
I'll give us the
quarterback's
edge 'cause
better.
Our quarterback's better.
Okay? So defensively,
Agree
right
there.
now they have the edge.
But they have the edge defensively.
Right now. But if we can, hopefully the ebb and flow of turnovers and that kind of stuff changes and we start creating more. Hopefully getting one today, opens a can up of some more down the road. But it starts with our front four like we talked about. If they can get after the quarterback and create some pressure and create some bad throws, where you get a guy off a spot, blah, 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 you get a pick six, stuff like that we need from this defense. Offensively, I'm not concerned as much because I feel like, we can start to finish better in the red zone. And when that happens, now the offense becomes more complete. Because right now we can go 20-20 on you pretty easy for the most part, right? But when we get down that 20, we haven't been what we were last year. And that's the difference from this year's offense and last year's offense. It's the difference. So, once you start figuring that out as the season goes on, you get Sproles back and you get some help there with some weapons. Hopefully the red zone issues start to even out too. Where now you start to get some plays in the red zone, some TDs, and not settle for threes or picks or fumbles, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the case may be. So we're right there offensively. And I think they've been talking about that all year. I understand that. But, hopefully a bye helps that. But we're right there offensively. We're right there from being that complete game offensively.
Listen, we're moving the ball.
So you got to look at that.
The problem is last year we were phenomenal in the red zone when Wentz was healthy. We were phenomenal in the red zone. And we were phenomenal on third down. And we're not this year. That's the biggest difference. We're still moving the ball. We're just not phenomenal on third down. We're not phenomenal in the red zone. And that's why we're not scoring as many points. And so we need to get better in the red zone and on third down.
Yeah, and defensively on third down. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
Today you got off the field a lot more than usually did out against Blake Bortles. I get that. But you still got to get off the field because he can make plays with his feet. Right, we've seen him be able to make plays at times. He's not good, but, we've seen him be able to make plays. The ability once in a while is there for him to throw a ball on with some zip right on a guy. The ability's there once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Spotty.
He's in the NFL.
The issue with Blake Bortles is he's spotty. He's spotty. Like the week to week, and you see it week to week where they'll beat New England, who have a great day, and the next week he'll come back and throw for 100 yards. So he's the definition of spotty. You don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's their issue. That's the issue. He never developed into that. Where he was picked at.
Yeah, but I also think part of that.
But you still did a job today defensively. You did a job. It wasn't pretty, but you still did a job. And I said today in Facebook in the Real Talk group, that was my post when that game was going on. I don't care how you fly it home, how you fly that dub home, because it's already an ugly start, right? It's already ugly. So now at this point, I'd much rather come home with an ugly win than an ugly loss. Any day, any Sunday, want to talk about with me.
Listen, we had to win that game today, and guess what? The Dallas game coming out of bye, almost a must-win as well. Got to win that game at home. If we're talking
division, dude, if you're talking division talk, you can't lose that game at home because you're a fraud. Then you're a fraud. Then you're a pretender.
Got to win it.
That's what 2 Sundays from now is. That's contender and pretender talk.
Yeah,
because you got your rival coming into your building on a Sunday night game, prime time. And
off a bye,
and the disciple's probably a lot like his mentor off of buys. Where Doug's been pretty good off of buys too in his little tenure here. He's been a good off of buy guy. So
has he?
Hopefully,
we know that for a fact.
Yeah,
he only had 2 buys.
Is he just guessing that?
No.
Have we won both off the buy?
Yeah, he's 2-0 off the buy.
You sure?
Positive. Look it up.
I'm not gonna look it up. I'll trust you. I'll trust you.
Yeah, I'm not 100%, but I'm like
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I'm like 95 now.
I knew it. What is
I'm 95.
Rum talk.
Oh my God! Somebody look it up. Somebody look it up because I know I'm right. I wouldn't have said it if I didn't feel it. You know what I mean? I'm a feel guy. I'm not an analytic guy. I'm not an analytic guy. I'm a feel. I'm all about the feel. I feel like they went 2-0 in the bye. Please. Where's the genie? Let me rub the genie for a wish right now that this is true, so I don't lie to the fam right now. Live lie.
Tom's a doctor.
You know what I mean? Nobody likes a live
Tom's
lie.
a doctor. He wants to. Yeah,
let me guess her age.
Shit, 17. That wasn't. That felt funny.
Latavius.
That felt better than the reaction I got. That felt better. Where are we at? Me of everything. What's up, brother? Honestly, it would not surprise me if Howie does nothing. Us either. We talked about that as well. I don't think it would surprise any of us if he sat on his hands with it. Deion Brown, that play, making running back will help like crazy when we're in the red zone as well. Agreed. And I think that play making running back And what they're waiting for is Darren Sproles. That's why I don't think they went out and made a move for a running back yet.
It's not going to happen, guys. Everyone's like,
I think it's Sproles. I think we have to wrap our head around that it's going to be Darren
I'm
Sproles.
saying, like, it's not baseball where there's a ton of trades at the trade deadline. NFL, there's rarely ever. Everyone's like thinking that we're going to make all these moves. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, we might make one trade. Get the ball.
No.
Scoop and score.
No. Nobody likes that.
Scoop and score. Go ahead.
What is he stopping for?
What are you stopping for, retard?
Was he down? Was he down?
No, he wasn't down.
Where's SJM said Fletcher Cox in the post game. The league is on notice. I don't know who will step up, but it will happen. SJM, I love that out of him, but you can't notice the league when we don't even notice you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I love the bravado. Nobody loves bravado more than this guy. But you can't. The league's on notice, but we don't know where the fuck you are. Right? You can't. I can't have it. I went over his stats last week for the 4 games before that and the 5 games, me and Mike, on Wednesday, and we showed you that he's been invisible. We showed you he's been invisible. Okay? Today he played a little bit better. But you can't – you haven't even earned – listen, you haven't earned $1 million of that $100 million today.
Breaking news, fam. 1-1 out of buys, Doug.
He's good. Solid. Solid.
I don't know. I just checked 2016.
Saying there's a chance. Yeah, he hits 500.
Did we win out of the buy last year?
I'm checking right now. I would assume we were, 12-3? 13-3?
Did we lose out of the bye?
I don't know.
Oh, we 0-2. Did I flip it?
13-3.
Did I flip my analytics?
They beat the Cowboys out of the bye.
Okay, yeah.
So you're 1-1.
I was thinking the right way. They beat the Cowboys out of the bye. I was thinking 2-0. Let's go. Okay, so 2-1 out of the bye makes him a good guy out of the bye. Let's go. Let's go.
And 1-2 makes them not good. So let's go.
Let's go.
So let's get to
Why are you let's go in that?
Let's go.
Why are you let's go in
I'm
that?
saying-
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
saying let's go. Let's win.
Oh, yeah.
Detroit.
It's contender or
Detroit.
pretender.
I thought you were
Detroit
fine.
week
Remember,
4.
We blew that Detroit
Or week
game.
5.
Oh, yeah, we did.
It was the game that we blew in Detroit.
Yup.
We blew
I
it.
was gonna say,
Fucking
Yup.
well, Ryan Matthews fumbled.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Cocksucker.
The
No,
visor.
SAM, I'm half class full toe. I haven't won in the division, so you don't got to
Stevie
explain nothing to
Malone.
me. I just need, bro. I need more out of Fletcher Cox. I'm going to say it weekly until I get
Get the end zone.
that full performance.
Touchdown. Oh,
Down on the
you
1.
cocksucker.
Ingram time.
Not down the
Ingram
1.
time. Let's
I
go.
thought he definitely took that guy in with him.
Ingram time.
I think his knees did hit.
TTP, what's up, brother? Listen, TTP, since you've made the best comment
Play
today,
action.
we're going to start playing a little game
Review
here.
that.
We're going to start playing a little game.
TTP.
And the little game is whoever has the best comment at night, we'll allow the last
you
5
said
minutes
that
of
the
the
other
show
night.
for the phone call. Right? That's what we're going to start allowing. We're going to start allowing that for the last 5 minutes. TTP says, any of the following makes us a much better football team. G. Jackson, Le'Veon, Emmanuel Sanders, Demarius Thomas, Pat Pete, Jordan Howard, Devontae Parker. So he's saying
Completely agree.
So he's saying any one of them guys makes us a better football team.
I would agree.
Agree.
No, they do, but the thing is,
He didn't say anybody in there that's a tough come in and play.
Defensive guys are tough to get at this point, like you said, because it's just tough to get them up to speed to play.
Yeah, but like a Patrick Peterson, no? Go cover this guy.
No, but still tough.
I'd rather have Chris Harris because he's a
Still
better
tough.
one-on-one guy. But yeah. To your point, yes.
To a quarterback, it's cover this guy.
Yeah, it can be, but we play a lot of zone, so it's not cover this guy. It's cover this area, and then he doesn't know the area, and he gets burned, and he looks like shit.
Yeah, guys, I don't think it's a running back. I just don't.
Listen, I'm telling you, it could be running back and like a speed receiver threat are like the two spots where you can be like, okay, you can kind of just
But when you
throw
got
him in there.
if you have a stud like that, you just let him do his thing.
Yeah, but
I'm
saying,
I
listen,
understand.
If
I
you
know
were
what
to
you're
trade for
saying.
Patrick Peterson, he's gonna play.
I understand.
He's
You
gonna
know
play.
what you're saying with the scheme. I get it. It's all right stuff.
And still,
But
he might not be as
it's
good as he
that's-
should be,
You know,
though.
you just let players play. You know, what I mean, it's just that's what the greats do. Just a great example of that is Popovich. You know, what I mean, that first year that they had Aldridge, he tried to make him his guy, and then he realized, oh shit, just let him play.
Yeah.
He goes,
I'm
and
gonna
then
go
they
do what
don't
he
say
does.
shit to LA anymore. You know what I mean? And then Aldridge, went back to being a stud. So, when guys can play, sometimes you try to just pigeonhole them too much and let them go.
But I agree. Any one of them TTP makes us a better football team and definitely ups my confidence, even though I think they can win the division and will. It ups my confidence in winning the division. No question. But I don't think it's going to be a running back just because of Sproles coming back. Like, he's going to be back. Listen, if he wasn't going to be back, they would have picked somebody up by now.
I don't disagree. It's just, again, we're banking on the second half of the season on a guy 36 years old coming back from an injury
We're not
again.
banking on him getting every carry, though, Greg.
No, but you're saying
We're
they're not going to make a move at running back because of Darren Sproles.
I just think that's
so.
where
What
we're at
happens
now.
if week 1 that he's back, he's hurt again, and now?
I just think that's the position we're at, though. It's not.
And you're probably right.
You're sitting here acting like that. I'm saying that I'm okay with it.
No,
Like,
I'm
there's
just-
a difference of being okay with it, and there's a difference of just saying, you know what? I don't think they're going to make a move just because of this situation.
And you might be right. It's just I don't think that's the right mindset.
I don't think it was either. But at this point, I think you know what? There's other places that I can worry about because Josh Adams played okay today, well enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ran the ball hard. Wendell's going to be tough. He's nothing special. All right, nothing special. And Corey Clement can't run the ball out of the backfield, but he can catch the ball. All right, and then hopefully Darren can come in and get you. All you need is 8 touches from him a game. 8 touches. Right, and you need to be healthy for 8 touches because 8 touches helps your offense dramatically.
Well,
8
listen,
touches.
the one thing that
I don't need. He's not coming in and getting 20 touches.
I think it's time to say bye to Darren.
It is. Well, it is.
No. I mean,
it is. But
we actually saw.
Thank him for his services, and that's it.
We actually saw Wendell.
Yeah, I mean, our hands are fucking tied.
Screen pass today, which has been lacking in our offense. Now Darren does bring a lot more of that. There's a lot more catching out of the backfield that Darren brings, and I mean that's what we're hoping he gets back for that aspect.
Well, once again, what we talk about every week is you have that guy in your building with Nelson. If he's not going to go deep, then he's the guy that you hand the ball off, run reverses. He got free on a reverse today. Why can't he run bubble screns, stuff like that? I understand. Sproles has a specific skill set that he's had his whole career, and he's fantastic at it.
Yeah, he's
right?
like Liam Neeson and taking have a very specific set of skills.
All right, but you
you
have a guy
I will kill you.
You have a guy that's younger and healthier that can do that stuff if you just use him. If he's not going to, be the 10 catch, 100-yard receiver that goes deep, he's not going to be that guy anyway. So it's once again today was 31 yards, but mostly every week you're getting 4 for 20 with Nelly, with no touchdowns. So I mean, I guess everybody's okay with that.
Maybe he just stinks.
I'm not, but huh?
Maybe Nelson just stinks.
Yeah, no, listen, you don't have to preach that to me.
Dad?
What? He stinks? I don't think he stinks at all.
I don't think he's very good.
I don't think
that was a hell of a catch.
I don't think he stinks. I think he wasn't in the slot as much as he usually is, and now that he's starting to get back into the slot and you're starting to see him play a lot more slot, I think you're starting to see a few more plays that aren't a 3-yard catch because what Sweeps is saying is stuff they've been trying to do with a lot of bubble stuff, a lot of quick passes. There's just been nothing there. You know what I mean? And that's been an issue. I think once he gets back fully in the inside here and more in the slot, you're going to see a few more big plays down the field. But I think, the loss of Torrey and the loss of the other guy out spot. See, the problem was last year was you had that burner outside and Torrey that you had to respect deep. Okay, so now your slot guy is going to get a ton more one-on-one opportunities that Nelly capitalized on last year that he's not getting right now because you're going to see a lot more over the top.
That's what we thought.
On that.
That's what we thought Mike Wallace was bringing.
Yeah,
and then
right.
hurt.
And that hurt. So, listen, everybody unless you're a great player, everybody needs like that guy around you to help you be better and create more space. Like, you know what I mean? He's not a Pro Bowl guy, but he's a playmaker enough if there's guys around him where he can stretch the field enough. But you need that other guy that's that main. He's not your go-to stretch the field guy. You know what I mean? It's just not. It's not his MO. You know what I mean? I think he's good at catching and after the run stuff. He's pretty good at. But that's why they try to get the ball in his hands a lot. Like you see why he has so many catches, just not a ton of yards. I mean, today helped the yardage a little bit. Yeah. But you know what I mean? So they got to do a better job, like Sleeps is saying, is figure out ways to continue to get him involved and in the space. You know what I mean? Whatever that may be.
Jordan catching some balls was nice today. Jordan catching some balls was nice today.
That helps you.
Yeah, we're going to need that.
That helps you. You need more of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dion says, no more 9:30 a.m. games. After this game, I took at least a 3-hour nap.
You were saying that.
I'll tell you what, it feels like
you were saying that earlier. Like once halfway through the first set of games, you're just like, is it nighttime yet?
It just seemed,
I felt like it was
so much
4:30.
later. It seemed so much later when it wasn't because we played so early. You know?
Yeah.
Like
well, if it wasn't for the Rams-Packers, I would have took a nap. You know what I mean?
Me
like
too.
the other two were like, who cares about that? You know what I mean? But I'm like, I want to watch this game.
I got the red zone on, so I'm just watching.
Yeah, I know.
I'm tuned in, but I was prone for most of it. I was on the couch.
Two-Gun Tommy said he had 90 today. What, 90 receiving yards? Is that what he had?
Who?
Did Nelly have 90 receiving yards?
I have no idea what he had.
No, the top guy was Matthews, 4 for 93.
No, so maybe he's talking about Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews had 4 for 93.
Yeah, that's what you need out of him. You absolutely do. SJM says, Tommy, I'm telling you, J-Mac called up hot hands and was like, what's your secret, bro?
Nelly was 3 for 49 with a 39-yarder.
It was throwing the toilet paper in the backyard with Dad.
Yeah, I thought that the 9:30 was fun and then also like a little weird. You know, I mean, I wouldn't want it every week, but it was cool to do. It was cool to like wake up and get breakfast and be like, oh shit, we're playing right now.
It was cool because we won.
Yeah, like West Coast.
If we lost, it wouldn't have been cool.
No.
It would have been terrible.
Then it's a tough
We'd
day.
be bashing it today if we lost.
Yeah, because
fucking stupid fucking London game.
12:30, your day's ruined. Like nobody's got time for that.
Tea and fucking crimpets over there. What the fuck?
No,
but a good show out though from the Eagles fans. Yeah. You know, good turnout.
I knew some people that went.
My sister said she had a buddy that posted a photo. He was having a beer with Jeffrey Lurie.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went. That's terrible. I don't know. I just feel like that's such an expensive trip.
Oh yeah.
Fuck that.
I mean, I was looking because my birthday's next week, so I was like, all right, cool. This will be a cool trip. The tickets, like the flight alone, was like
probably,
800 to 1,300, depending on where how long you were going, and then that was just the flight.
Yeah.
That wasn't any rooms. That wasn't tickets to the game. Yeah. Obviously, while you're out there, whatever you're doing.
Yeah. It's a roughly $2,000 weekend. Roughly, it could be. The way I spend money, it's $2,000 weekend. If I went, I mean, counting the flight. What, 5K? I mean, I don't know.
Counting the flight.
Yeah.
The room. I mean,
saying well, if you figure it's let's say it's $850 for the flight, right?
Yeah.
Hold on here.
And another
Expedia.com
$400 for the room. $1,200. And I'm spending $800 while I'm there.
Expedia.com.
Are you not spending $800 while you're
No,
there?
I think you're light.
Oh, you
I think it's 5K.
I thought you were trying to say it was less.
No, I think it's 5K.
I don't think it's 5K. I mean, I could spend 5K, but I mean, you're having. I'm having a. But listen, if you're gonna go to London, you might as well have a great time.
Yeah.
I mean,
when in
London,
when in Rome.
Yeah.
When in London, you know, do London.
Spidey says biggest attendance in London yet. Yep. And that means we're gonna be going back. That's all you need to know about that.
Yeah, that's not a good fucking sign.
There was 40,000. 40% were Eagles fans from what people were saying.
Just hope that they do it again like they did this year, and it's somebody else's home game, so we don't lose a home game.
Oh, they won't take the home game away from us. Nope.
Yeah.
Not that kind of market. They won't take it away from.
That's why Jacksonville goes over every year. Their owner loves – he tried to actually buy Wimbley Stadium.
He got turned down. $450 million for Wembley.
He actually tried to buy Wembley because he loves making that trip with his team.
He tried buying it.
No, he did. He tried to buy Wembley.
Oh, smart guy.
They turned him down. I think he offered $450 million.
No, what were the bottles of prices in the nightclub? Mike Parker said. Spidey said, "What are the price?" He said, "Did you see the prices of bottles?"
They had to be high. Fucking Jags round $50K.
The Jags tried to slip out without paying.
Barry Church said, "Church."
SJM said one of the guys he worked with left 2 days ago. Well, 2 days ago, said he dropped $4K, and then we left 2 days ago.
Yeah, see, I can't do that. That's too much money. It's too much money.
Not worth it.
I mean, maybe we blow up. We get some press passes. We'll go.
Press pass.
Press pass.
I mean, I'll hop on the flight.
Press pass.
Two-Gun Tommy said Jags didn't care about the price of the bottles. Nope. Didn't bother them.
If it's free, it's for me.
400 UK pounds a bottle.
It's a good amount of money.
What the fuck's the pounds ratio, though?
Pounds. That's like a pound. 1 pound is more than $1 here.
Yeah,
it's like $1.50.
It's like $1.50.
Yeah. So 400, it's like $600 bottle.
One buck and a quarter.
Mike Parker says, 126.
Okay.
Spidey!
Coming analytic facts.
Coming at us.
Look at him.
No antifreeze. He knows it.
Big fan of pounds, Mike is.
Stones and pounds? Stones.
Like, I weigh 16 stones and I got 66 pounds in my pocket.
He's like this.
Garage talk.
Two-Gun Tommy said they better come with a blowjob.
4K better come with a blowjob.
Yep.
Probably come with more than one.
Keep circling.
Yeah.
Spin back around in 10.
Yeah, I was just going to say. Go give me a Coke.
4K.
Make it 2.
4K is a lot of money, man. They fucking.
They did it up, though.
I'm hoping.
I know somebody spent 10. So,
I mean, if you got the money to blow, then by all means. I don't have $10K to blow.
Nah. I could probably take the flight over. I have trouble getting back. You know what I mean? But the flight over, I could.
We're getting a one-way. We're getting a one-way here.
What happened to Wilson? He went to the London game, didn't have enough money to get back. Lives in London now. Guy lives in London now.
He loves fish and chips.
Lives in a phone booth.
He calls
Lives in a phone booth.
Calls in from the Essex pub.
I drinking tea every day.
Calls in from the Essex pub every Sunday.
They got those giant red phone booths. He lives in there.
What happened to Wilson? Yeah, he's in London now.
He lives there now.
He's swimming home.
He's moved in.
See in 20 years.
Swinging I don't think I can swim the channel, let alone the ocean.
Robo talk.
It's a little choppy here.
I'm gonna need that volleyball. Wilson talking to Wilson. We got all kinds of issues.
Minute chop here.
Oh shit.
I don't think the hard stuff's gonna come down for quite a while. All right, you gotta keep playing. Oh, that's great. So yeah, that's 50,000. They must have been buying bottles for everybody in the club. We're dining and ditching anyway. We're buying bottles for the whole club. Barry Church was like, "You get a bottle and you get a bottle," and then he got a concussion today. Yeah, pay your bar bill, Barry.
Love it.
Karma's a bitch.
Karma's a real goddamn thing.
Karma will hit you right in the head, won't it, Barry?
Should have stayed. CTE in 20 is gonna be a real bitch, Barry.
But, once again, it's the tale of two organizations right there. It's a business trip. You understand? And these guys, they just can't. Some of these teams, they got no control over their guys. I know they're adults and stuff. But
Doug Marrone has no control over anybody.
Yeah, no,
you don't have control over himself.
But it's a business
Scumbag.
trip, right?
Yeah.
You go over there.
Fuck Doug Marrone.
To do your job and put on a show and not be out.
Stiffing,
literally stiffing, and fighting the bouncers because you want to try to get out the back door.
The problem is that some teams take it as a business trip, and some teams take it as a party trip. Yeah. That's why some teams win and some teams lose. Yeah.
Well, that's why I trust this football team to be able to win this division, because I think they get it. You know what I mean? I think that's an easy trip to fall. The fall into.
Get it, but it's still
you know what I mean?
We still should have blew that fucking team out today, and we didn't.
I understand that, but they're still fighting for their lives too. Yeah, they had a players only meeting.
But we should have blew that team out.
Listen, Calais Campbell talked about they had a players only meeting. That went really well. Like they're all, they all know what they're fighting for. So they got big time players on their defense. Well, so let's not overlook their defense like that. Like they stunk.
What's his name? Played really well today, and he's a stud. Yeah, Miles Jack.
Oh, Miles Jack.
Miles Jack's over.
That whole front seven's good, dude. That whole front seven's really good.
Field, and as much as I like to bash
the only thing they were missing today was AJ Boye, which is a huge loss. Don't get me wrong, but that's all they were missing was AJ.
As much as I like to bash fucking number 20 there out there, little gay boy. He made a really nice play on the pick because Alshon ran a little dig, and he read that he wasn't going to throw there, and he got all the way back. Yeah, which was a really nice play. But he didn't really do anything else. He didn't make any other big plays.
No, he kept Alshon in check though for the most part. And you expect that, dude, because he's gonna the ebb and flow of the league. He's gonna get beat, and then there's gonna be games where because Alshon matches his type of play too. Bigger physical guy. Yeah, it's easier for him to shut down than a guy like nobody shut down Hopkins and Antonio Brown and these guys. You know what I mean? They're gonna do what they do because they're like elite. They're elite ones. You know what I mean?
How good was that catch on?
Yeah. By the way, does DeAndre
through the leg?
Does DeAndre Hopkins hop in that Julio Antonio Brown conversation yet?
I think he is.
DeAndre Hopkins is an absolute stud.
No, I think
with
he's the best
with
receiver.
Never a quarterback.
Well, he's got one now.
He has one now.
I guess he has one now. I mean, he's better than most of the guys they've had. So he has a franchise QB now, but he hasn't had one. Well, he's had all different kinds of guys. I could probably name
Tom Savage,
guys.
Brock Osweiler.
He's had a ton.
Yeah.
There's been way more than that.
Those four guys are interchangeable. Like, nobody likes, Gay Boy, but he's fantastic, right? Eli is just absolute dog shit. But Beckham is awesome.
Yep.
He really is. I mean, love him or hate him. He's awesome.
And so Saquon.
Ramen noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They got talent. They got talent over there.
Beckham had some nice catches today.
They got talent over there.
No, but Sweet, I think you're right. Those four.
1-7. I don't even call them the Giants anymore. It's called 1-7. I was really hoping 1-7 was going to pull a win today, but nope. 1-7. Where's Spells, huh? He's probably hiding. 1-7. Crumb fuck.
It's like Aaron Alteri. He ain't Aaron Alteri. He's 091.
3-1 Red Sox.
Let's go.
Top 6. Betts homered to left.
Yep.
Mookie sighting.
I wonder.
Len loves. Every time Mookie's like loves the name. It's like she loves it. Like her dad grew up. Her dad's a Red Sox fan.
Okay.
Grew up there. So whatever. So it's like it's like Red Sox are on. And I'm like Mookie. And I'm like, he's actually fucking a stud, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's just a guy. He's a stud.
Alex Cora brought up before.
Great name, too. Like,
before the World Series.
If you stink, it's a terrible name. But if you're great, it's a great name.
That he could play second base in the American League or in the National League. I really wanted to see it. I wanted to see, because they were talking about the J.D. Martinez.
He was a second baseman by trade, so.
I wanted to see him, though, go back to second, see how much that differed.
And
if he could do it.
Couldn't get any worse than Kinsler. I mean, there is no game tonight, there is no game tonight if Kinsler just fucking moves his feet. Or doesn't shit right down his leg.
I guess that's why Brock Holt's been playing.
You know what I mean?
Shit
Yeah, no, absolutely.
SJM says he had TJ Yates and still called 80 plus with 1,000.
Yeah.
Hey, you can play.
Yeah.
You can play. Like, I mean, Julio's a freak, and, like, he's not where he was, like, 3 years ago, Julio, but he's still a problem.
Yeah,
you know
he
what I
just
mean?
doesn't score.
He's still a problem.
Julio's
awesome.
Just doesn't
He's
score
a scorer.
Yeah, but I mean, I credit a little bit of that to his quarterback too. I mean, that goes hand in hand for the guy he has. But he's also had a real good one. A real good quarterback for his whole career.
His whole career.
So I mean, that you got to factor that into it. Antonio Brown has had a great quarterback. Not a good one, a great one his whole career too. Now they're both great, but do you give the edge to DeAndre Hopkins because of the quarterback?
Because of the trash
you know
he's
what I
had?
mean? Because of what he's played with.
I think DeAndre Hopkins is the best receiver in football.
That's what I was asking. Because of the X factors.
There's like 4 or 5 guys that are interchangeable up there, but he's right there. And SJM, to answer your question, I've seen people talking about this all day. The reason the Sox pitched Price tonight and not Sale is because they figured if we throw Sale at home, we're going to win. So they figured if it gets back to Boston, we'll win Game 6.
But I also don't
And
think
he's
he was
also-
ready.
He's not healthy.
He's not ready.
But you got him an extra
but
day. You get him extra 2 more days.
2 days rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's ready.
Yeah, because they were talking about that today.
Lose 2 more.
Today.
I actually like the Price start out of him because he finally got his first win. Maybe he's got a little confidence.
He's coming out of bullpen
and
throwing
if you know
darts.
anything about how life works, the guy couldn't win a goddamn postseason game. He would end up clinching the World Series for them. You know what I mean? Like, he'd be the guy on the mound when they clinch and get the win. With all the struggles of his postseason, he would be the guy. This is how this funny sports is. It's fucking amazing. And if you don't love it, like I don't have a dog in the fight. You know what I mean? We don't have dogs in the fight, but that's why you love it. That's why it's fucking awesome because a guy can struggle his whole fucking career in the postseason, be not worth any bit of his money because of his postseason, and then come out and not over yet, but come out and throw a real good one tonight.
Win game 2.
Yeah, win game 2.
Throw some darts out of the bullpen.
And then it's all forgiven, right? And it's all forgiven.
Yeah, absolutely.
And none of the failures matter anymore. That's the great thing about sports. You got your response to shit. That's all you got. Your next time up, you got it. That's all you got.
He is one ugly fuck.
He's the worst fucking guy.
Woo. Them ears stick way out.
Come on, Kirk.
Woo.
Oh, come on, Kirk. Calm the fuck down. Can we calm down?
Yeah, come on, Kirk.
What was the line in this one?
2.
3, I think.
Yeah, 2 and a hook.
3. Let's go.
I think it was 3. I think it was traits on the site.
DraftKings won't let me get in, so I'm just all over the place right now.
Why are you trying to throw a guy with long hair?
Is that Rudolph?
That's not Aaron. That's not Adam Thielen. Let's go.
Manti.
I think TTP said it, or me of everything. I don't remember who said
football.
it, but
Manti would have had it. He thought it was an imaginary football.
One of the family members
His
said
girlfriend got in the way.
Fultz looks a lot better. On the Sixers talk, Fultz looks a lot better with the ball in his hands. I thought he looked great last night. I thought he looked not great, but he looked really good with the ball in his hands. He had a better night. He had some plays where you're like, okay, that's why you were one.
I was at a concert.
So I thought he looked better. He didn't look great, but he looked better. I don't know who else watched it besides me, but I thought Markel looked good last night. And I thought Ben looked like shit. Ben looked terrible. That was the worst game I've seen Ben. 5 for 20 from the field. It was ugly for Ben. Guy refuses to hit a jumper, too.
I can only imagine how bad it looked when he's 5 for 20. He doesn't shoot jump shots.
Yeah, it's even worse.
So I can only.
It was bad.
Maybe I'm glad I missed it.
It was bad, dude. It was almost like I can't.
Was he missing layups?
But Ben was
he's out of control and shit.
Ben was very aggressive, though, which someone's got to be aggressive on the court. We haven't been showing any emotion, I feel like.
Well, Joe called us our defense soft.
Yeah, well, they have been soft.
Look at Zim. Good for you, Zim. I mean, I know you didn't get it, buddy, but I'm tired of this fucking leg and fucking punting. You got to catch that damn ball.
That's like Treadwell stinks.
The show was solid, actually. It was like
Where did they go for a fourth down?
Yeah, 4th and 1 on their other side.
Who was it?
We were promised jetpacks on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I saw some Instagram and
it was a good
Snapchat
show.
stuff.
It was a little tiny. It was in like the Fillmore, but like the Vanguard or whatever it's called. It was
Okay.
like above the Fillmore. It was pretty nice. Tiny little, but they were pumping. They had like their drink special was fresh lime. it was like a fucking Maker's Mark with fresh lime and ginger beer or something. They were pumping them. They were pumping them. Kid had a few.
No, that's not a surprise. TTP says, I was there. Fultz is so explosive. And I think that's the kind of stuff we saw from him when he got drafted and what we thought in that summer league before he got hurt. We saw a little bit more. I think the confidence, and I saw last night a little pep in the step. Did you see that, Sleeps, a little bit? I saw a little pep last night.
Come back.
That's
good.
So I feel the confidence coming back slowly, and the not worrying about, oh my God, I have to shoot a jumper, right? Like, be who you are, dude. And what you were in college was a guy who could get to the rack. Like, you could get to the rack in college, and you could shoot in college.
Right. I'm not
just go be who you were. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm starting to see him go back like last night, taking the ball hard to the rim. You know what I mean? Not being scared to go to the basket because you feel like you have to shoot. Just do what you do. And I think he's getting better and better and better because to get to that 20, 25 game sample, and we can actually say, okay, I think we know where this is going or where not it's going. Not that that's enough time to be the full, determination of the player.
Well, are we at 20 right now?
I don't know. No, this year.
It's just like
you're going consecutive.
Yeah, we got to go like 20, 25 this
year.
I
just didn't know what you're.
I'm with you. I wanted to see him play
like
25
last week.
games.
Yeah. Before we really
Before I even was going to judge him at all, I wanted him to play 20, 25 games. That's why I've been reserving.
But I'll judge progress.
I've been reserving judgment.
I'll judge you getting better though.
Of course, but it's just like being kicked in the dick. You know what I mean? Over and over and over. Like once in a while, you eventually just got to walk away. You know, I'm like, fuck, man, I can't keep taking this anymore. You know, it's just. But I hear you. Yes, he's bouncing around, so he does. You see glimpses of it. You know what I mean? But we're talking confidence again. It's like, holy fuck, man. I know, and then that's the narrative. I get,
That's all we got.
Nobody's it's not you're forcing. You're not trying to defend.
Well, when I see this, right? I see more.
We've never given like this much. I guess I want to say patience with like a number one pick. If you either have it or you don't. You know what I mean? And like Greg Oden. Like, did anybody give Greg Oden a pass because of his injuries? You know what I mean? Like, we've never. Andrew Bynum, did we give him a pass because he came in and he never played? No.
No, but I don't think we're. I think we're.
You know what I mean? But like, I mean, okay, he was hurt. Yeah, but
the pass is that he's only 20 years old.
But that's never, it's never stopped anybody else from criticism.
No, there's been. Oh, listen, if you think it stopped anybody from criticism, this dude's been roasted here. So roasted on these shows, roasted around the media in this city.
Absolutely.
Let's not act like he's got off with a free pass here by any stretch. I'm just saying that he's starting to show the confidence. Like, okay, you say you have it or you don't. I agree with that 99% of the time. This is the 1% where I'm like, you know what? All the shit that happened to this guy, I got to give him a minute to get where he's back to where his confidence to just go and play ball, right? Just go play basketball. Something you've been doing your whole life, dude. Just go ball. Go do with the one skill set that we knew you had that would translate here, and that's scoring the basketball.
Now, what did happen to him? Has anybody?
We got to call.
I didn't know if anybody had it. Like,
maybe the strength will call in the last 5 minutes. Maybe we'll get the strength to call it. Like, can we really?
But I'm with you, dude. It's just like
Markel said, it's okay. Just tell us what happened.
It's like a kick in the nuts every time. Like,
but
just go do it.
But it isn't when you're watching him get better, though, Greg. It isn't when you're watching like a slow development, though. Like you're seeing progress. So it isn't as much. It isn't as much at that point.
But again, and I know what you're saying, but like again, it's the number one overall pick, and we're talking about slow progress. You know what I mean? It's not like it's Larry Hughes where we took in the 15th to 20th pick at a high school, and you expect that.
No, listen.
You know what I mean?
I understand everybody wants to speed up everything. I get it.
It's the number one overall pick.
I understand.
Who was the top player in college basketball. Now all of a sudden he needs confidence. He needs progression.
Well, I think it's unfair when you look at the other two guys that sat out a full goddamn year before they came back here too. I mean, you look at it's tough for us to compare because the both guys selected before him sat out a full season. You know what I mean? Another guy too before he got on, even before they got on the court. So you know what I mean? They're adult they're more of an adult body when they actually step on the court. For him, like now he's closer to that adult body this year.
He got to wet his beak.
But
the playoff time, he didn't even.
The other ones, and I guess to the point earlier is what was his real injury. The other guys had legit injuries.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't really truly know what.
Well, legit up here is, I guess, is legit anywhere else. But,
yeah, absolutely.
But that's the point, though. Like, he's coming off of it. He's not coming off like. See, I'm not looking at like, oh yeah, he's coming off like an ACL or he's coming off A, B, or C.
Tackle him.
Who's that, Ingram?
Yeah.
So he's coming off, coming off A, B, or C. He's coming off something up here. So it's like, when I start to see the confidence come back, I'm like, okay, there's a sign of hope. There's gold at the end of the rainbow here. There's something, right, where he can be, what we thought he could be, and that's a guy who can score and score enough in this league. And I don't expect him to be dropping 30 a night right away, but I feel as the season goes on, he's going to have some big nights. I expect it.
9 shots last night. I think it was a lot of it was early, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
it was
still,
4 of 9. I know.
Still
but
putting
no
them
threes.
up, though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I would feel more confident about. Not confident. That's the wrong word. I would feel like more reassured if he was just firing shit up like the guy in the long game Poly, and it was just awful. And we were like, oh man, this guy doesn't give a shit. Now he's just waiting for it to go to fuck in. You know what I mean? Like, he don't even fucking shoot. Barely. He's
been
picking
shooting,
spots.
He's been shooting
about,
in about 20 minutes, because he's only been playing about 20, 25 minutes. He's been putting up about 8 to 10 in that minute. So he has been putting up decent amount of shots for the most part.
I know, no threes. Not that he has to be an NBA three-point shooter. But
what's he shot,
but
4?
But coming out, that was one of his things that you thought he did well.
He shot
the ball.
Oh, he shot 4.
Yeah.
He shot 4, I think, so far from there. He shot, you know what I mean? He doesn't. He's made 2. I know that. So I just think it's a slow progression of that whole offensive game fully coming back. But right now, my point is, stop thinking about the shot and just attack. Just be on the attack, dude. You have that knack to be able to get to the rim. So it's not like he's the type of guy where it's all based off of him having to shoot all the time. Just keep being aggressive. That's all. Yeah, that's my whole advice.
And he's got to be able
aggressive.
To knock the free throws down too, though. Because that keeps you from going to the hole too. If you feel like, hey, I'm just going to throw up 2 bricks from the line too.
Oh, absolutely. But the shot definitely looks cleaner. It does
for sure.
It does look cleaner. It's closer to back what it was in college. It's, you go what? That's unintentional grounding.
How can nobody be open?
Oh my God, guys are laying guys out. Guys are laying guys out. Guys don't even understand, like, the guy fucking threw the football.
Yeah.
Like, guys are out there fucking throwing haymakers. Like, dude, there's 42 whistles just blow. Like, 42 whistles just went off. Like, the one guy's got 2 whistles. Banging double whistles at you, and you can't even, and you're still laying dudes out. David Roski, who the Eagles get at the trade deadline?
Nobody.
I have no idea.
Worry about L.A.
SJ.
David Roski and all his L.A. talk.
He was fired up with his Rams.
SJM wasn't
and
Noel.
Rightfully so.
Wasn't Noel hurt
when
he was drafted? Yes, he was.
Not
yeah, he was.
That's another one. Let's say another one.
But another guy we didn't give a free pass to.
You want to know why it's not rightfully so, Greg? Is because when the Rams win a playoff game, then you can start talking.
True.
They're good last year. They win nothing in the playoffs. So when they win a playoff game, then I'll let the Rams talk. Until then, you're good in the regular season. Congratulations.
Yeah, TTP, Steph's pretty good. He said, "Did you see Steph score 50 in 3 quarters?" Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's decent. 11 threes.
Yeah. Pretty good supporting cast, too. It's fun.
Wet.
It's fun when you got a bunch of guys who can just drip it. Sure. Guys walk on the court dripping. 3 guys on that team walk in the gym.
What's name hasn't even hit a shot all fucking year yet?
Clay.
Clay hasn't hit a shot all year yet.
Well, look who you're playing with.
He's shooting like 18%.
Yeah,
I got him in fantasy.
He did the same thing last year. He started slow last year, and then he got hot.
It's funny. ESPN's is been running the what's scarier? What's scarier? The Warriors in a video game or the real Warriors? Yeah. The real Warriors are a video game.
Yeah. They don't even have Boogie yet. I mean, come on. JD Martinez home run, 4-1.
Boom!
Ooh. Big boys are flexing.
I wonder if JD Martinez is going to start like
still
a trend of like these guys that sign late. You know what I mean? These veteran guys that like people think are done. Throughout baseball. And they sign late.
Who thought he was done?
No, but like he signed late because no one wanted to give him the money because of his age and this and that. And then he comes out and puts out an absolute MVP caliber year with the Red Sox because they were willing to show out the money.
I think he was a Boris guy, right?
He is a Boris guy.
I don't think he signed.
But Arizona didn't want him back. Like, if you're Arizona, why don't you want this guy back?
Arizona did want him back. He just left for more money. But that wasn't because Arizona didn't want him back.
But all 30 other teams didn't want him either, though. He signed very late.
Everybody wanted him. He wanted more money. You got to remember that this is a guy that came from Houston where he didn't make any money. So he became a star. He didn't make any money, so he wanted a big payday, obviously. Yeah, but it wasn't like guys didn't want him. He had 45 home runs last year.
He also didn't sign till March.
Okay, but he still had 45. He may have waited. He may have just wanted to wait. Or he was waiting for a big deal that he knew was coming. But he had 45 between Arizona and fucking Detroit. He had 45.
Oh, I know.
So I mean, dude's fucking awesome. Dude crushes. It's
No,
crazy. It's
I
crazy.
think everybody's
it's crazy
going to sign later, Greg.
It's crazy because he couldn't even hit. He
I
fucking
think
stunk when he was on Houston. Houston just threw him away.
I think it's more the
was
trend
like
of
a Rule
just guys
5,
are
right?
signing later. You know,
That's right.
everybody is. Everybody is now. You know what I mean? Only a few markets want to give out bucks.
Yeah. No, you're right.
That's what it seems like. You know, I don't think baseball is making as much as they want to puff their chest that they're making because, you know, there's a lot of markets that don't want to dish out the money at all. And you see it more and more. You know, it's really down to like a select few markets that really going to pony
It's all
up.
guaranteed. So, I mean, shit, you got to be a little smarter with with your money. You know, in the other sports, it's like, hey.
Well, the
this
NBA
guy,
don't care.
This guy's,
The NBA don't care.
The NBA's run by an alien.
Yeah, they don't care. Oh, $80 million. You can hit a couple threes. 4 years, $80 million. Like what? Like what the fuck?
Lex Luthor? You're talking about?
Yeah, because Nance.
Adam Silver?
I think Nance just got $60 million.
Yeah, he's Lex Luthor.
Yeah, like,
The other day,
He's trying to kill Superman.
Larry
Nance got like four years, $60 million the other day.
That's
absurd.
Came across the bottom of my
That's
screen.
absurd.
It's fall off the chair.
But that's because the NBA is doing well. They have to give that money because there's a the way it is. There's a fucking what is it? There's a fucking there's a salary cap floor that you have to reach. Like you can't be like the fucking Milwaukee and have a team, or not Milwaukee anymore, but like like a fucking Kansas City Royals. Can't play Kansas City Royals and have a fucking $10 million payroll. In basketball, they have to have at least 85%.
Yeah.
So there's a floor. So these guys that aren't even good, you're like, I got to pay somebody $30 million. Fuck.
Fumble.
So it's great to be on that team.
Oh, we got drilled.
Kirk, what are you doing? Oh shit, sorry, bro.
Wow.
He just gave it to him.
It's great to be, you know what I'm saying? Like it's great to be in the NBA right now because you're making a ton of money.
That's it.
Oh, and they're taking pictures. This could backfire. It's like the Eagles dancing last week.
Down?
He's
He's
down.
Down.
He's down.
He's down and they're taking
all the
pictures.
picks.
Is it moving?
All the picks.
No, it wasn't. He still had it.
Renee Ballard. Hey, guys, I miss you. I personal issues going on, but I'm slowly coming back.
Hey, Renee.
We're back to 500. My hair is green again. I'm a good luck charm. Let's go and roll and lock this East down. What's up, Renee? Hope the personal things are going better. Let's go.
Welcome back.
Let's do the run here. Let's run it. Me of everything. Here's a question. I know it's early, but do you think the Sixers will be aggressive at the deadline? Yeah, I think they will if they have needs. I think they will. I think they will by that point if they had needs. They were last year, so I mean I would have every. I would think they'd be just as aggressive, if not a little bit more now.
I think it comes down to
what's out there.
Well, not only that, but like your video the other day. Who's calling the shots? Is it truly Elton? Is it Brett? Is it a combo of the two? You know what I mean? Like, what's the dynamic of that front office right now? You know what I mean? And I don't know if there's a right or wrong answer. It's just a matter of, but I think that's going to determine the aggressiveness at the deadline.
Yeah.
Is who's calling the shots?
Yeah.
Well,
is he a puppet?
Right. Is he just a puppet?
Well, bottom line is they're not as good of a team as they were last year. Right now, they're not because they still have the shooters. As bad as it's not to be determined. We're not as good. As bad as Belly and Ersan's not that bad on D, but as bad as Belly was on D, Belly filled it up. All right, and we're missing the shooters right now. The only guy that's shooting the ball well really is like from deep is JJ. And Covington actually a little bit, but I hate Covington. We know that.
But also Wilson's hurt. Wilson's hurt. He can shoot the ball a little bit.
Chandler's always hurt though. But he'll be back for 15 games. He'll be hurt again. That's his career. So if we're putting all our eggs in the Wilson Chandler basket,
I'm not.
It's not a sturdy basket.
I'm not. But
right?
But also
still a basket.
You have
I understand
Markelle.
I understand he's not a bad player.
You have Markelle starting to where JJ's not now. Now I understand JJ's still getting those minutes towards the end of the game and stuff like that.
Starting.
But
I care about finishing. Yeah.
No, I agree, but I'm saying like those are some of those on that first team. That's where your shooter's lacking right now.
Yeah, but we're lacking a shooter in general. We need another guy. We need another shooter.
Oh, I don't disagree.
Well, to answer the
I don't
question,
disagree with you.
What I said in the question was absolutely.
Now,
if there's
Dorio's
needs,
been
they're
weak
gonna. If there's needs, they're going to be aggressive at the deadline. If they were aggressive last year, semi-aggressive to go get them two.
Yeah.
And you would expect this year, when you're even more into this process, that you'd be even more aggressive.
Dario's been horseshit. You know what I mean? So.
But that's going to get better too.
Yeah, no,
Which we was,
away. I like Dario.
No, I know what you're saying, but he's been bad, and that's another shooter that we need. He had a good night the other night though. The night against Charlotte, he shot the ball weather.
Yeah, and you're right. He's usually a guy that can hit a couple.
He shot the ball weather. Yeah, well, weather or better.
Wet.
Call was reversed, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you got, Wills?
No, nothing really.
Read it.
TTP is talking to Rosca about needing to see the Rams play in the postseason. I'm right with him. I just said that. You can be the best regular season team in the world. No one gives a fuck. Win the postseason game because you lost at home last year. So.
Yeah, I'm still not scared to go in there and beat you.
No, I'm not. Listen.
I'm not scared to go play in 85.
The Rams are really good, and
I'll
the Rams
never
are
be
really
scared
good,
to play in
and
85.
Tom Gurley's the best fucking player in the football right now. But I'm not scared of the Rams.
I'm just not scared of 85. You know what I mean? There's a lot of places you go to in, December, January that not only are they a good football team, but the hostile environment.
I don't think it's 85.
80. It's going to be 80 in December.
Babe,
it's a desert, Daddy.
That doesn't matter. It's fine.
It's a fucking desert.
It's warm.
That's my point. It's warm. Like, I'm not scared to go play in warm weather conditions at a place I know is going to be a 50-50 split in attendance. That doesn't put, you know what I mean? That doesn't put fear in me.
You should never be scared. I mean, there's more Packer fans there today, and they still lost.
No, that's my point. That's my point, though, is there's places that.
It's not a feared environment.
There's places that are environments you go into where you're like, oh, it's gonna be, not only dealing with a good team, but we're dealing with the crowd noise. Sure. We're dealing with that stuff.
Why does every team take over your house?
Tom Womack.
Get your house in order. Get
Clean your house.
Roscoe, what I tell you about the evolution spoilers?
You know what I mean? Like,
clean your house,
I'm
David.
scared to go play them, but I'm just not. Like, 85 makes me feel good though, because okay, it's warm weather for us, so let's spin it. That's how I always look at it. But whatever. That's just one place. It's the only place in football that there's no home field to me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'll go play. Or actually, the LA Chargers too. There are two places I'll say I'll go play there any day of the week because we'll go have a 50-50 split, and I have confidence that we can go in and beat you, even though the Rams are fucking filthy.
Carson tore his knee there last year, though.
Which is redemption, babe. He's Jesus. He'll go in there and throw 5 touchdowns in the Coliseum.
Well,
where Rome was built.
We're going to find out because we played there, which is bullshit. I don't know how we had to play there twice.
Pick 6 for 45. 27-13.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Captain got pick 6. 27-13 Saints.
Did we just lose it right before that happened?
Yeah.
Should have kept Keenum. Rob, what was the final question? And the final one for the fight, so we can keep the fight going on here, so we don't miss that. Okay. Unless Craig wants to hand over the headset.
What fight?
The final fight. Shut the fuck up, boss.
What?
I'm talking to him.
I'm just asking you a question though. What fight?
The question at the end of the questions was a fight question.
Oh.
The last 2 weeks.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, just want to say, Halloween coming up this Wednesday. Happy Halloween, everybody. Just to prime you guys up, what's your favorite part of Halloween, real quick? I just want to get this.
Candy!
Excuse to eat a lot of candy.
I like to decorate. I mean, I have a daughter, but I enjoy decorating the house.
Women,
the outside house. Yeah.
Women dressed up in Halloween costumes.
All those slutty nurses.
Because it's just whores.
Slutty nurses.
It's
correct answer,
It's
sir.
every costume.
Oh, it's anything. Yeah.
It's
just add a slut
it's
to
like
it.
cop, slutty cop, ghost, slutty ghost, pumpkin, slutty pumpkin. It's whatever they do. They're like, how do you make it slutty? Just cut your nipples out. There we go. And we're money.
That's it.
Time's yours.
And we're back. I love it.
To what Tom's talking about, last week I asked you who would win in a fist fight, Peyton Manning or Drew Brees. We went with Peyton Manning 2 weeks running, so he gets to the third round here. So this week, who would win in a fist fight, Peyton Manning versus Brad Paisley, his nationwide commercial co-star?
Oh, my God. Peyton Manning's killing that guy. That guy's 5'7". He's a country singer. He can tie Peyton's left arm to his right leg. He still beats up Brad Paisley. No, it's not. You're crazy. Peyton Manning would drop you in a fucking heartbeat. No chance.
Well, so is Peyton.
Hell. Brad Paisley's a queer. No. Are you kidding me right now? Brad fucking Paisley. Brad Paisley's 5'6". Peyton's 6'5", and was a professional football player. Brad Paisley sits with a guitar. We're really talking about this right now? No.
Honky tonk man?
Peyton,
The honky tonk man.
Peyton looks half retarded. Are you kidding me? He's got retard strength.
I have to agree with retard straight.
And,
Peyton.
So we got 2 for Peyton, 1 for Brad.
Giant 6-head.
Greg doesn't like Peyton at all, so he's going.
Because Greg's Peyton. Have you heard Greg talk? He doesn't know anything.
I don't like Peyton much either, but I'm taking Peyton again for 3 weeks running.
Peyton's the man.
So who did he beat week 1? He beat
Brady.
Brady, obviously. pussy. Wow. Definitely beats Brady up.
I took Brady, but
Wow.
I
Are we
lost.
wowing?
Yeah. I lost.
Brady and his Uggs?
David Price.
You got Peyton pounding Budweisers and Brady walking around with Uggs on and making out with his son. And we're wondering who's going to win the fight.
Price just hit.
Yes, we're wondering who's going to win the fight.
In the 7th.
Who did?
Price just hit with the bases loaded in the 7th.
Wow. Still
In
going.
bullpen trouble?
Yeah, right.
I mean, they're up 4-1 and 3 games to 1, so it's a little easier to manage. But he just said, "Go ahead, you hit with the bases loaded. Go ahead, David." That's really embarrassed the Dodgers at home.
Yep. Yep. He's going to hit right here, too. Just really shove asses.
Peyton or Brad?
Nah, Peyton.
Peyton?
But I
There
do
you
like
go.
Brad. I'm a country guy.
Yeah, I'm a country guy, too, but
I was trying to get it to different genres, and we talked about a little country music last
But
week.
Brad's a
So
tiny guy.
I don't like that.
we'll come up with a better challenger for next week for Peyton. But last but not least, guys, smash.
Bring a big guy. We just need a big guy.
Yeah.
Peyton's a big fucking dude.
Yeah,
You gotta get a big
Trace
guy.
Atkins, he's 6'6". There's some big
great
guys,
Kali.
boy. There's some big country guys.
Right on, right on. Let's wrap it up with Smash, Marry, Kill. This
I
week's
fucking hate country.
grow up, Wells. It's not all about you.
It's brutal, man.
It's about us country guys.
Brutal.
You got 3 country guys on the couch here.
It's
looking
brutal.
right at you in the eye.
There's not even a couch. We're all in chairs. We're all
Chairs,
separate
go
chairs.
fuck yourself wherever we're at.
We're in
The
towels,
point-
Jerry.
The point is, we're all looking right at you now.
I don't care. You can look at me all you want.
You're
I
being
don't
judged.
like country music.
You're being judged.
I don't
It's fine.
care. That's fine. I like Hootie.
Okay, so you do like some country music.
Yeah.
Hootie!
I like select songs. I just
All
don't
right,
really
so
like,
then you're in.
I don't really like country.
You're in. Welcome. Welcome to the family.
What? Yeah, I went to 2 actually. They're all right, but I care
They're
less.
not just all
I
right.
mean, the
You hit 'em
women,
in the
women-
summertime?
like the drinks and the women are nice. Yeah, that's at every concert though, Greg. There's women at a concert I went to last night.
Not the same caliber.
Same count.
Not the same caliber.
No, you're right.
Or a Speedwagon and a
There was like a lot of no. There's a lot of no means no in there last night. Real lot. It was in Northern Liberties. There was a real lot. Seriously.
No means no.
Like, I was trying not to bump into anybody.
Can I buy you a drink? Fuck no.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Did you touch me?
I was hoping she'd buy me one.
Keep it
Fuck.
moving.
I'm poor. Buy me a drink, bitch.
Keep it moving.
Oh.
Keep your dick to yourself.
Speaking of dicks, Smash, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
This week's theme: female rappers. We're gonna do Nicki Minaj, Cardi B,
Speaking of hate.
or Chanel West Coast.
Yeah. The only thing worse than female rap is nothing.
That's why I followed the country music. You see the progression or regression?
I like Chanel. She's the
I do like-
sidekick from the
some
Ridiculous
rap.
Show.
I don't like female rap.
She's the blonde from the Ridiculous Show with Rob Dyrdek.
Yeah, ridiculousness.
What's her name?
I don't know. That I can't answer, my friend.
I don't know.
Talking about Topanga.
She was the one. First off,
Who were the
Topanga
other
was
two?
in this.
Who were the other two?
So you got Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, who've been fighting in the news lately and going a little rap battle, and Chanel West Coast. Smash, Marry, Kill. Oh, it's a little tough this week.
Oh my lord! I guess I'm.
Nikki's
gonna,
got a big old ass.
Yeah, she does.
He got a big
I'm,
old
I'm
rump.
gonna kill Cardi B just because I don't like that girl one bit. All I know is that one song. She makes money moves. That's all I know. But she's getting killed. I guess we'll smash Nikki and we'll marry the blonde girl from
Chanel
Rob
West
Dyrdek's
Coast.
Fantasy Factory.
Man, I think. Man, it's tough.
I think I'm with Willie. That's mine. That's gonna go me.
Yeah, I think I'm right there.
I mean, I
want
to kill all 3 of them in reality, but we
Yeah,
can't because that's not the game.
It's not the game. It's not the game, which makes it tough because it's tough to, I got to marry one of these. You know what I mean? One of these animals.
I don't think they don't seem like homemakers to me.
Nah. You know.
But at least go with the blonde.
They got some cash though. We gotta give them that.
Yeah.
They got some cash.
Oh, I'm not against the marry. You know what I mean? No prenup. I'm out in 2 weeks.
He said no prenup.
I'm loaded.
He's in, he's out, he's sleeping.
There's no chance in hell they're letting you get married without a prenup.
No, it's all about. You're not good of a talker as I am, Wills. So, you know what I mean? You can't pull the same moves.
I'm a better talker than you.
That's fucking.
Proved every Sunday.
We'll start doing a poll on that. That'll be our poll.
That's fine.
We'll just open with that.
Hand poll for you.
We'll see.
Just gotta start bribing people.
Absolutely.
Like he bribed the doc earlier.
Absolutely.
Doc, when we get in, we're going to have some technical difficulty. I'm going to move the phone over. They're going to tell me you hear it better now.
Because I'm going to go through that in the course of a show. Like, I'm going to go through that before the show.
Know,
like,
you're having some problems with it. Dropping it. You're undoing it.
I dropped it because it was under your legs again.
I wasn't under my legs.
I've
been sitting right here the whole time. You just kept dropping it.
You're totally about that life. Don't try to fucking lie to the people.
What life?
That whole scam thing to set that up. That whole elaborate, like, hit you with the Sprite over here. Yeah!
I'm completely about the no prenup life. I'm completely about the no prenup life.
All I know is that it was
not the
just
technical,
singing,
not the technical hero life.
There's a big difference between getting your ass kicked and having a singing, dancing Sprite fully with trickery and strike you in the throat while you're half asleep.
Oh, my God.
I'll call a couple guys from my neck of the woods. Yeah. And I'm not talking about queens that know a few grapples. I'm talking about Polacks that know goddamn futures. Make shit real interesting around here.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh, it's classic.
That's a fucking great movie.
I wish it was on right
Such
now.
a good movie.
Yeah, I'm smashing, marrying, and killing on the same Will says.
Everybody's a fan.
Right, make it a fucking 3-peat.
4-Pete.
Dynasty talk.
And this game's a wrap. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight. We fucking love you. Stay tuned all week. Tons of shows every night here. A2D Radio. It's been Agree, Disagree. Tom Arnone, Nick Delgozzo, Brian Wilson, Greg Moavic, Robbie Poe on the ones and twos.
MLB has added 2 more young jabronis, so MLB's only getting worse.
Analytics are here to stay.
Gotta let you know that, people.
Thank
only
you.
getting worse.
Thank you to our doc. Make him yours. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. Find him on the web. SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com, located Princeton, Cherry Hill, and Burlington, New Jersey. Fam, we love you. Me of everything, SCM, Dion, TTP, Spidey, David Roska, Two Gun fucking Tommy, Renee, Todd Womack.
Two Guns Tommy.
See you, boys.
Thanks, guys.
We out.
Yeah.